close.
Oh, okay. That's great news. No, here's the thing, right?
Put him on a
Again,
stretcher.
sort of didn't mind them winning, and I thought it was exciting. It was good for the game. That's ended. Okay, of that dude on the offensive line, the Philadelphia offensive line, when he's slamming, he's literally throwing people to the ground.
As much as I like Washington, you see what Saquon did to them earlier this year. So,
Yo, triple lip. We'll be biting down on his lip, talking about, can I get the triple meat?
in the fourth quarter, that's when I got up and was leaving.
Oh,
You know, Caleb is the king of suspicion. I don't really know how to take that statement.
Be quiet.
yo, that
Go ahead,
sounds
Kyle.
crazy.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I will go ahead. All right, so we're recording. We're here. We're back. All right. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah, let's start that over. Hold on, I gotta do my famous.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. I'm not doing an intro, bro. I'm just rolling into it this morning or just after this tonight.
What?
See, he's all
Are
disoriented.
you okay?
He doesn't
I
know
just
how
woke
to
up from a
come
nap,
down,
bro. I'm
left
trying
or
to.
right.
Damn.
Oh, my lord.
Oh,
He doesn't
trying
even
to-
know what's happening.
Hey,
I need
too much
some
of that.
smelling. I need some smelling salts.
Hey, too much of that whole grain nuts. What is that? What you should do?
He said that would be the code for you know the
Hey, too much of them whole
No,
grain
man.
nuts.
Oh, you're talking about
promo
VPN.
code
NordVPN /
Promo code.
nuts.
promo code nuts.
That's
with a
hard,
Z.
bro. We will have like a custom, bro. Our custom link will be hard, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? And BetterHelp giving out promos now
okay,
too.
yeah.
BetterHelp.com//nuts. That'd be crazy.
Okay. Can we get into it? Because now
Oh.
you're just going.
Oh,
You're digging
my
a hole
bad.
deeper.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, bro. We need Noah to come on and say his classic Monica thing. But I'm gonna leave that at that. I'm gonna leave it right there. Are you nuts? Anyway, hey, welcome back. Hey, we're at a new episode. This is episode 17. Are we on
16.
17? 16. I'm gonna get it right
16.
1 week.
it would be
Episodes-
17 when the basketball episode comes out.
Yeah,
Episode-
That's a little bit of a pretentious. That's a little bit of pretentious.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't
move
be
on.
16. That would be one of NBA.
But
It's
that'll
okay.
be
It's okay. We're gonna leave you
anyway.
alone.
Okay.
Episode
Yeah.
16.
I do a playlist.
Episode 16, y'all. Welcome back to Are You Nuts? It's me, Ethan, Caleb. The whole gang's back. Week 2 of being fully back intact. You know what I'm
What's your
saying?
name again? You
Uh,
didn't say your name.
it's me. I mean, they know who I am. Just read the screen. Like what?
It doesn't appear.
Don't
on the
interrupt
screen,
me again. Don't interrupt me again. Thank you.
though. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut that out.
No, that's
Exciting
staying in
weekend.
there.
Exciting weekend of football. Okay, like let's just start there. All right, obviously four great.
Hey,
I wouldn't say
wait.
four great division.
Let me
games,
before I cut you. I don't want to cut you off, but I gotta say this. Can we, Ethan, when you edit these episodes, please zoom in on one of us when you start taking a gallon of water to the dome, please. It's just throughout the whole episode. I watched the last one. Hey, I'm like, how much damn water is he drinking?
Bro, I keep the bottles around me, son.
Jesus.
Look at this. Hold on. Look at this.
That's ridiculous. Now
This
that's
nigga
ridiculous.
must be
Now,
part fish.
hey,
Yo,
right for real. This
yo,
nigga said, "Ooh, I'm parched."
dude, that's crazy, bro. I hope y'all recycle that, bro, because my God.
No, we should. Really
We
should. I
don't
should throw it
believe
in the
in that.
Peters
All
down the
right,
street.
those planet savers gonna come for you in the comments. That's okay. Whatever. So
Call
yeah,
Peter.
but back to the divisional round of the playoffs. We can get started with the summary, and
This
let's
man
keep
hung okay.
let's keep on the straight and narrow this week. Obviously, last week we got derailed by
So
no
Host,
no
please
promises.
more,
stay.
no,
No
so
Keep us on
no
the
promises.
more.
rails this week.
Oh, I have something to say. No more
No,
out of you.
no
That's it.
promises.
By
No
numerous.
promises.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you now. I got a lot to say, so I don't
Listen,
know what to tell you.
I'm
all right.
letting you know
Listen,
now. I'm gonna say what I want to say. That's it.
oh, okay. I mean, I guess this the only thing. This is as far as I'll go. Ethan, how was your trip to the ENT?
Anyways,
I'm just
it
asking, bro.
was
You
What
might
what
not
what
know.
what what was the
Yeah,
prognostication from the
yes.
throat doctor?
okay. Anyways, I went there and was able to narrow it down to one thing with, since coming back from the cruise.
Oh, okay, that's great news. No, I'm actually being serious. That's
No,
No, you're
uh,
not. No, you're not.
I am. I
Because
am. But Caleb,
I'm literally about to try to say what it
okay,
is
I
and what
can't
he
look at
said it is,
Caleb.
and y'all are gonna laugh. So, what
okay.
Charlemagne
So
said,
he
do
he
not
about to
laugh
say
at what
this
I'm about
dude
to say.
Okay,
Curry
I won't
got
laugh.
an
I promise.
elongated throat. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
See, y'all already gonna
No,
laugh,
no,
but
no. Go
this is
ahead. Go ahead.
crazy.
Hey, we want to talk football. Just go ahead. Just
Listen,
say you say the prognosis.
we are able to narrow it down to vestibular.
Hold on. Hey,
Vestib-
wait. Ethan, Caleb, Caleb, hold on, bro. Hold on. Just what?
This nigga said, elongated throat.
he couldn't hold it in. That man Kayla said that like a minute and a half ago, and he couldn't hold it in.
Hey, okay, all right. Hey, all right. Go ahead, Ethan. I'm sorry. We really care about your health.
He said is he said it was vestibular dysfunction syndrome. Now, what? All right, Kayla. Now, what that is it's basically where the brain takes longer to, I guess, adjust to solid ground than like I guess a
Shut
normal
up.
human.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
The brain takes
So,
longer to.
so what you're saying is you have a touch of retardation.
What?
Listen, anyways, the brain takes a little
Just a
longer
splash.
than normal to like
Bro, why is it taking longer
reset
to
on.
regulate, bro?
Bro, I mean, I've been dealing with this Virgo thing since 2019. I don't know what else to really tell you. I guess they said when you're on a cruise or in a car or a train or in a plane for like an excessive amount of time, then that could trigger it or
But
whatever.
is this
So
gonna happen to you? Let's say we were like, we
that's what
start
I
going
asked him.
on.
I literally said, so does that mean I can't go on another cruise?
So
And
is
then he
there
was like, we'll see what happens.
a
I was
treatment
like,
We'll
whoa.
see
for
what
this
happens.
for this?
Well, I'm going to physical therapy in the morning and then 2 times next week, and then we'll see what
That was
happens from there.
his order was more PT.
Well, that I mean, because when he checked my ear and like stuff like that, whatever, there's nothing out of the, and I did numerous tests or whatever, and like there's nothing out of the ordinary. So that's kind of like the one thing that's
Yeah, that
really
sucks.
can help. So
Okay.
Well, at least you know
no,
now.
shut
So
up,
we'll.
shut your teeth. Yeah,
No,
keep your
that's what I'm
mouth shut.
saying. Yeah, I
Go
hope that
ahead,
you get
please.
better, bro, and that it had nothing to do with what we thought it did. All right, so here we go. All
And
right,
you said it for them. Okay.
moving forward or moving on, rather. Let's talk about the first divisional round game. Arguably the I just hate the Chiefs. But anyway, the Chiefs beat the Texans 23-14 in Arrowhead. Unfortunately ending Houston's season. A good season, I would say, considering how they kind of limped into the playoffs and all the injuries. Obviously a lot of controversy coming out of the game with the two pretty big fouls or penalties that is against Houston involving Patrick Mahomes and flopping and really just uh, I don't know. The league says there obviously there's not a reffing problem. They're denying it. It's kind of egregious if you ask me. But it was a good game. They Kansas City pulled away again in the fourth quarter. But what would you guys take away from that game? And then we'll kind of separate the whole referee discussion because I feel like that's a whole talking point in of itself.
Houston still could have won, in my opinion, but their offensive line broke down in the second half. Like they did, they played well in the first half. They broke down in the second half. Kansas City's offense is still not like it's not. I know Travis Kelsey had statistically a big game, but
Hmm.
a lot of those plays that he or the big plays that he had were on busted coverages where I don't know what the heck the defender was
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Their offense still doesn't look amazing to me, but I mean they're getting the job done, so I mean they won. I don't really know what else to say because I don't like them. So I mean I feel bad for the Texans because this is another year where I guess we feel like they could have went further, but the injuries again. And well, last year I guess you could say it was lack of talent or a true number one or whatever. This year, I mean, you're two, well, not two best because Nico, but you're 1A, 1B, 1C, whatever you want to call them, they
Yeah,
went down.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know what else to really
Yeah, and they're
give you there.
promising. They definitely have a promising future. I mean, young core, great quarterback. So they're promising. But yeah, what was your takeaway from that game, and watching that?
Okay, so okay. So let me tell you how I feel because this whole Kansas City run, um, since they won the first championship, now back to back. I'm not a fan of the Chiefs, but I've always liked the way they play. It's similar to, I would say, it's similar to the Golden State Warriors when they were winning championships and they were moving the ball. It was exciting way to play the game. And this last game with Mahomes' comments this week of like basically okay, so I don't think that he's obviously he's never going to come on and say, yeah, we're getting favorable calls.
Yeah.
It is what
Hmm.
it is. He's never going to say that. Oh, the referees. But I've always been a fan of Patrick Mahomes. I always sort of didn't mind them winning, and I thought it was exciting. It was good for the game. Um, that's ended. Okay,
I was
uh,
waiting. I was waiting on that.
I'm starting to hate Patrick Mahomes, man.
I thought you
Okay,
said we were going to separate it. I
No,
know
no,
you
yeah,
got to
he,
get
listen.
he
off
can,
your
but he
chest.
can
Go
blade it.
ahead.
I
Go ahead.
mean,
You can go. You can go.
I know you
Go.
said I
just
was going to separate it, but I can't
He said, "I
because
can't. Do it. I can't."
the Texans should have won that game.
That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
the referees and Patrick Mahomes' foolery
Mm.
caused Texans to win the game. Now there are going to be critics that say, the great ones they always find a way to win the game. But to me, it's a fine line between like sportsmanship and like
Actually being
trying
deep
hard
and
to
doing
win the
it.
game and trying to fool the referees
Chris
because a
Collinsworth.
lot of people are out here you know talking about the referees and how bad a job they did, but people don't realize that and understand that when we watch the game and we see these replays, the referees aren't seeing these replays. The
Yeah.
referees are seeing the game full speed. You have offensive guys who are running up to 20 miles an hour. You have defensive guys running 12, 13, 14, 15 miles an hour. So if I'm running my top speed and you decide that you take off out of the pocket and you're gonna slide late, right? You should not be afforded any protections. If you don't give yourself up in enough time, whatever happens to you, just like if it was a running back, if that was a running back, if he's a running back and he slide late and he gets that hit, but basically he didn't even get a hit because that was third down. Remember, guys, that was third down. That gave him
They gave him a
extended.
first down,
It gave him the
and
first
they
down,
scored.
extended the drive, and they scored. That was probably the most egregious one, but you know
Are you
He's
talking
been
about the
doing
one
this
when they said? Oh, are you talking about the one when
When the
they
when the
said it
two
was
defenders
Texans,
defenders
the
hit
two
each other's
Texans
head.
collided, and
and
they said, forcible
personal foul? And my thing
personal
is
foul,
that's upstairs
and
too because those flags take so long for they look at it like, oh, let's look
Exactly.
at the
They can
replay.
look at it.
So they had the
Mhm.
replay and saw that the Texans
but
had
but
more
but
forcible.
but here's the thing that they need to do, the NFL needs to do that the NBA does.
Yeah.
In the NBA, if you call a foul, the coach can challenge, and you can go back to watch a replay to see if it was a foul or not. They need
Hmm.
to do that. They need to this year in off season when the competition committee gets together, they need to allow the coaches to replay flags. You
Challenger
only get
flags.
two. You only get two per game, so it's
Right.
not get people are gonna be like, oh, you're gonna slow down the game. No, you should be able. That should be a part of the replay system, because, like I said, it's not the referee's fault. They're watching the game full speed. So if I see a collision and one guy goes like this, and he's a quarterback, and he flails and he slams his head back, that looks like, oh, these guys just hit him in the head. So it's Patrick Mahomes that's fooling the referee,
I
understanding
was
that
gonna
he is
say.
Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
He's already gonna get calls. Then add on top of that, I'm flopping all around. I'm snapping my
I
head
was gonna
back.
say. It's one thing
Okay,
from actually getting hit than actually flopping. You saw the
exactly.
flop where
And
he
then
went
he
out of
gets
bounds.
up, and then
He
he's
fall
on the
out like,
ground. He's on the ground looking at the referee like, "Oh, you're not gonna call that when
and he
nobody
threw it.
touched you."
Exactly.
Oh, you talking? Well, the
Exactly.
one where he literally, I'm talking about, didn't even put no forcible contact on him. And he flew out of bounds.
And
Even
he
the
went out of
crowd.
bounds, bro.
This is what really gets me
Same thing.
disgusted, and that's
Same
the crowd
thing.
that's going with this. Because you look at the crowd, everybody's hand went up, and you can hear in the stadium, everyone's like, "Oh, like are you gonna throw a flag?" When it was no forcible contact. See, this
Buddy,
is where I guess I could
But that's
agree
what he
now with
does,
what you were
and that's
saying a
my
couple months
problem. My
ago,
problem
where
is,
you said, oh, when I was like, oh, well, they keep touching him when he's out of bounds, they keep throwing the flags. You said, no, someone needs to light him up so he stops doing it. Listen here, I'm all here for it.
listen, he's
Put him on a
tiptoeing up the
stretcher.
sideline, and then here's the thing, right?
Put him on a
Again,
stretcher is crazy.
I
again,
don't really mean that.
if I'm sprinting full speed on the sideline, and I don't know what you're gonna do, and you slow down like you're gonna go out of bounds, but then you skip back inside and then run up the field. Okay, or you slow down and then you try to speed up to run into me and
hmm
then fly out of bounds, or a defender's on your back and he's running, so you slow down so he can run into you and then you flop forward while you're out of bounds. That is not sportsmanship. That is not like in like I don't have the words I want to use to like really describe it. Like people talk about, oh, it's a part of the game. That's not a part of the
It's not
game.
the right way to play the game. That's how I would describe it.
You are using your power to manipulate the referees because they can't see it when they don't have the luxury that we have sitting on
Yeah.
at home watching the TV, watching it in slow motion. They don't have that luxury. So the NFL needs to allow them to have that luxury to allow the coaches to say that was not us. He did not touch us. Or I think it was, I don't remember what game it was where they called a face mask when he didn't really touch the face mask. He touched the
Didn't even
shoulder,
touch him. Yeah.
but it looked like a face mask. I should be able in the fourth quarter of a game that's really important. I played my whole season and
Oh,
lead
that was
up
a
to this
Packers game.
point, and then I should be able to say,
Oh,
hey, just like how the NBA guys have, NBA guys have video members of the team behind the bench. They're watching it. Oh, hey, coach, throw the flag. That we didn't. And you should allow them to be able to see the replay and be able to pick that up. But at the end of the day, man, Patrick Mahomes, there's no denying how great he is and all the skill level and all the wins you can take, anything of that. But that has turned how I feel about him, and he's done it more and more. Like he used to do it every once in a
I was
while.
gonna
Then the
say it's
sideline.
okay. but it's bad.
Literally
It's
the entire
egregious now.
season. Yeah, literally the entire season he's done
He
that,
did
and
the entire season.
now it's getting ridiculous. You're literally out there flopping around.
That
And
dude
I can bring
Right?
this
looking
up.
like LeBron staying in Miami, bro.
I know we're not talking about the Ravens game yet, but literally that a similar play happened with Lamar. Literally got attacked out, no flag
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Oh,
So
the
his
run.
only
I
And
know.
guess
complaint,
what? And guess
I
what?
know.
He gets up and he runs back. You think
he
you see
run,
him
no
look?
complaining,
Does he
no
look at the
complaining.
ref and say,
It
"Hey, what the
From
hell's
what
literally,
I
going on?"
heard,
it
yeah,
literally only
the color guys are
confirms.
like the refs are letting them finish the tackle 10 yards out of bounds. Like, come on, like
It
let that have
literally
been Pat
only
Mahomes, bro.
confirms.
Seriously,
Exactly. It
and
literally only
They
further
said, "Look at
confirms
the left
the
foot.
thing.
He still has a 1 foot
are
in
you
bounds
kidding me,
when it was
Patrick
like
Mahomes has
this
done that
much, right?
so
If
many
that was
times.
Patrick Mahomes and
bro?
he got blown up like that and pushed back into the all the way back, that's definitely a flag. So
And then
the
Might be getting sent to
And
federal
then Jared
prison.
Goff. The other one was Jared Goff on his pick six when he got lit up by that D lineman, and people were saying
Uh-huh.
like if
Hmm.
that was Pat Mahomes, Roger
Oh,
Goodell
that's
was
coming
sitting
back.
They would have
the
threw a
two
blindside
side blocks.
And also, so people are tracking this, right? So I'm listening to Sports Talk Radio today, and they had a guy. I remember I was supposed to write the guy's name down, but it's some guy who works for ESPN. They said in the last 3 years, like it was like 50% of Patrick Mahomes' interceptions have been overturned due to penalty. So like
Okay.
he throw an interception, he
Uh,
flops, he gets a call, and then they say no interception. They get a first down and they
it's
keep the ball.
crazy.
Like,
Hmm.
come on, man. Like, obviously, like, when I heard that stat, like, literally, like, I was like, I can't this guy anymore. Like, I can't.
No, it's a
Like,
problem. It's a
he
problem.
It's
out,
very
bro.
sad. It's very sad in both leagues, both the NFL and NBA, that it's really been primarily, I guess, one person who literally ruined how things should be called based off of flopping excessively. And then now we have to implement the rules of now it needs to be reviewed because it's gotten to the point where it's this bad.
Yeah.
It
And
wouldn't if
it's
you just let players play, but it
but that's
is
the
what it
thing.
is.
So two things to me, and then we can move on, Kyle. Two things. Number one, like I said, they should be able to the coaches should be able to call for replay and see and protest that play, and then also they need to ban the leg slide. If you want to slide or you want to give yourself up, you dive on the ground or you collapse on the ground, but you do not get to slide unless you're sliding like at the end of the game and you're giving yourself up and you're sliding where no one is around you and you're giving yourself up, then boom. If you're in the middle of tackles and you slide, you shouldn't be able because what happens is, like I said, these guys are running full speed. Okay. You're running full speed. If you slide feet first, your body's going down, your head's going down. So
Hmm.
if I already committed to that was like the guy on the Texans who got suspended from the hit on who did he hit? Who did he knock out? He knocked somebody out.
He hit Trevor Lawrence.
He hit Trevor Lawrence and knocked him out the
Mhm.
game.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence started to slide, but he was already in the air. So people are
yeah.
like,
He's
"Well,
like this.
he
Like he's
used his
like this.
forearm. He used his forearm." But if you look at that play, when he commits to the
Trevor Lawrence isn't
tackle,
down yet.
he's
Yeah,
not
Trevor
down
is
yet.
halfway.
So
He
so he
like
was so if Trevor Lawrence was running straight ahead, he would have hit him in his chest. But because he's sliding, he hit him in the head, and it caused his head to snap back, knock the guy out. So it's a dangerous play. So you talk about, oh, they care about player safety and boom, boom, boom. I think what they need to do, eliminate the slide from the quarterback. If you leave the pocket, you are now a running back and you are a runner, and whatever happens to you happens to you. They can't hit you in the head, but anything else after that, you're on your own. You can't
yeah.
say, oh, because he's a quarterback, then he gets special rules. Like he already gets special rules in the pocket. He already you can only hit it, the target to hit quarterbacks in the pocket is this. Okay, you can't land once you tackle them. You can't land your full body weight on them. So you got to be a magician
This
in the
is
air and
crazy,
flip your
bro.
body, and then you can't hit them low. You
Football
can't
not
hit them
football no
high.
more, bro. It's not.
It's
Like
not.
It's not. Okay.
It's not.
It's not. It's
they
unfortunate.
want you they
I only
literally they
watch
literally
college
want you to
football,
tackle a guy and
me
then
personally.
lift him up and then lay him on the ground gently
Yeah.
and say,
I'm not
Also,
okay,
gonna lie.
you're
and
down.
what's crazy
Come
in the
on.
same game, Buddy hip drop tackle Dalton Schultz. Clear like bro, clear
Yeah.
as day. Grabs
Yeah.
him and it just falls.
And
And like
and
they
Dalton
get up,
Schultz
the
even was
referee's
like,
right there.
yo,
The
like
referee
he
right
he,
there.
he looked at the sideline like, yo, you
He
didn't
like
see this guy just drop his hip to
and
tackle
they
me?
just look like so again, that game
That's where
the
I get with
refereeing
the
was
too.
egregious.
Like,
Okay, it's bad.
you saying they manipulate, that he's manipulating them, that's fine. But I also think, and I know we talked about rigged or whatever it is, and I won't to that degree, I won't say rigged right here,
No, you
but there
can't. You
has
can
to
say
be,
it for this one.
there's something that's going on because
You
it's
would
like
actually
you
have a
said, it's
case.
not,
You would actually
Yeah.
it's
have a
not
case.
only, but I've been saying, but it's not only for Mahomes. You like Kyle explained with the hip drop, because I was gonna bring it up. You brought it up before me. Like it's happened right in front of your face, and
By the law.
you
That's
just no.
by the
I'm
like
not gonna call it.
textbook what they say
No,
we
and
can't do
and
no
and
more.
and and, and my thing is like obviously, guys, like I don't want to beat them, but like the thing about it is people too, it's like the referees are humans. They're gonna miss calls. Like you could be standing right there looking at it and you're gonna miss some stuff. You're human. That's part of it. But at the same time is like when it begins to and it goes both ways, right? Because in over the course of the game, you might have two bad calls on one side and two bad calls on the other side, so it kind of equals itself out. And you hear on the NBA all the time like, oh, that was a makeup call, like, oh, we missed that down there, we got to call what's going
Yeah.
down here. So
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But what Patrick
I
Mahomes
don't
is
think.
doing is completely manipulating the referees, knowing his name, his status, and then also knowing his position, and then also knowing that, okay, if I flail
Yeah.
and throw myself on the ground,
It's gonna
it's
look,
it's
yeah.
impossible for them to know full speed what really happened, and they always gonna lane to my side.
Yeah.
And
It's bad, man.
I have a
It's
problem
So
bad.
with that.
yeah,
That's
so
it.
I hate that
That's it with that.
for this game, it kind of took away from the whole. And again, like beyond that, it was a good game. But it's when you feel like you're playing against the
Yeah,
Chiefs and
Texans.
the
Yeah,
referees.
Texans played.
Um,
Texans played good. Texans played good enough to win the game. Did
It
they
did.
yeah,
make? Did they make some mistakes? Yes, obviously, of course. But this is
I mean,
probably with the with the Chiefs. This is probably one of the worst 15-2 teams. Like if that makes any sense, they're 15 and
no,
2,
yeah,
but
yeah.
when you watch them play, they don't look like a 15-2 team. But when you have to play them and you have to play the referees,
it's almost
it's
impossible to
too much.
beat.
It's too much.
Like I
It's too
said, when you
much.
got Joe Buck and you got Troy Aikman on the call and
So
disagreeing with almost every call that's made with the referees that's in favor of the Chiefs,
call out the
there's got to
call.
be a problem. There's got to
And,
be a
and and
problem.
and this is how egregious this is, right? I feel so strongly about this that
Even ESPN calling it out at this point.
I am now rooting for the Buffalo Bills. Do y'all imagine? I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like the Jets. I don't like the Bills, and I damn sure don't like the Patriots. You understand me? I hate everything about the Bills. I hate that nasty Bills blue. I hate the Bills Mafia. I hate everything about them. But I'm rooting for them to knock off Patrick Mahomes. That's how strongly I feel about this. This is ridiculous what he's doing.
People, I
Yeah,
listen. I mean, we're gonna get into the Bills game and all that stuff, and then the matchup coming up. But people are already saying like, "Oh, well, good luck," because obviously I'm rooting for the Bills to beat them too. I mean, I think all of America is at this point, but they're like, "Oh, good luck with the Chiefs and their dark magic and the rest." I'm like, listen, someone's got to shake because this ain't.
yeah,
I don't understand. Like people were comparing, and it's a good comparison, and we can move on. Like people were saying when Brady was on his run and the Patriots were on their run, like it wasn't necessarily that it was annoying to watch. It was kind of like, wow, like this is like a really good football team and a good
yeah.
football
The thing
player
about
who
it is that
knows how to play
you
in and
were
out, right?
yeah you were pissed off because you're like, damn, they're so good, he can't be stopped.
Exactly. With
Not
this, it's like, yo, I mean, they were good. Like they won the first one, okay. You won the second one, okay. Like you're good, but then it's like, okay, now these things with the reference so that it's getting outrageous
yeah,
now,
they're
where you're
starting to
getting
they're starting to
saved.
stack up multiple times per game. It used to be one call here and there every game. Now there's multiple calls per game where everything's
Hmm.
going your way.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That is unfortunately true. Um, so yeah, like I said, Kansas City, they win and move on to the AFC Championship game to play the Buffalo Bills, which we'll get into that game after this game. So speaking of uh Jacksonville just hired a coach, so we'll add that to the list. The
Please
Washington
don't be the
Commanders.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, the
Huh? What was
Washington
that?
Commanders.
Oh,
Go ahead. Well, Ethan, go ahead. You want to say it? Go
what
Right.
the Buccaneers offensive coordinator?
ahead.
Yeah, he was in the front running. They said he was going to stay.
Yeah,
They
because
said he was a front
he
runner
got
for
a bump, a
Jacksonville.
pay bump.
Then
Yeah.
they said, "Oh, he got a pay bump in Buccaneers." And I'm
Hmm.
driving home today, and it says, "Oh, he's the front runner." I said, I literally had to read it again because I was
Yeah.
like, did I miss something? Like,
Hey,
what did
Jacksonville
I
came
just
back and
miss?"
said, "Well, they throw the bank at him." So, but
So
we'll get into
I
that
guess he
stuff.
got it.
All
Yeah,
the transactions afterwards. But
but
Washington goes to Detroit. Oh, by the way, who do we pick? Who picked Houston
oh,
last week? I know one person picked
I think
Houston.
He
me,
picked
because I
Houston.
Yeah,
honestly
he
thought
did
they
beat them.
could, and
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
mad
all
at you
y'all
for
picked the
picking.
They should
Chiefs.
have. They should
Um,
have beat them. Actually, they
Yeah.
should have.
All
yeah.
right,
So
cool. So now this week, Washington at Detroit, obviously. I know Unc picked the rookie, I think. He was the only one, right?
yeah, we picked the Lions. Unc picked the Commanders. I did. I would go on the record saying that I said it 100% when I picked. I said I am not confident in this pick whatsoever, and did it prove me right? Oh my goodness,
Well, the Washington Commanders win that game 45 to 31. In a game that when you watched it in first half, I mean, obviously Jared Goff and the turnovers, it's weird, it's crazy that it looks like all the quarterbacks that had great
It,
regular
yeah,
seasons waited
it wasn't
until the first game of the
that
playoff to be
that
God.
score. Yeah, that score made it look like it was a close
Oh,
game.
yeah,
That was
no.
not a close game.
They
It
no
wasn't
no
that
no
close.
not at all. The Washington Commanders got away or pulled away, scored 28 points in the second quarter. These thank you Jared Goff for
that's
that pick six.
insane. That's like college
Um,
numbers, man.
no, seriously, like it was score. JMO had a big play. JMO throws the interception. It's like
McLaurin had a big play, that
yep,
58 yard
60 or 50, yeah, 58, yeah,
or
58-yard
61. You
touchdown.
might be right.
Jane Daniels, a flawless game, 300 yards, two touchdowns, no turnovers.
Hey, I
And
tried
Jared
to tell
Goff.
you. I tried to tell y'all. You ain't want to listen.
He
Man,
was right.
I guess Unc did mention something about, you know,
Rookie of the
Listen,
year, and then
man.
being the sleeper pick.
That's
Listen,
who I'm rooting for to win the Super Bowl.
I told y'all spicy pick of the week. I've been watching this dude since LSU, man. He's just a special cat, man. There's something about him, man. He is an absolute winner, bro. He's gonna find a way, and they're trying to confuse him. But the reason why he's so difficult, and this is where why people beat up on Lamar Jackson, because it's like you really have the advantage, and you keep
His game
letting
is
these
so
other
similar to his.
teams off the hook, because it's really hard to scheme for him, because you can play the perfect coverage, and he can get out of there and then run
yeah,
for 15 yards to get the
Which he
first
did
down.
multiple times.
Then if you blitz, they in the beginning of the game, I think they blitzed him like the first 5 6 plays in a row.
And he's accurate.
They kept blitzing him. He's like, okay, if you're gonna blitz me, he's gonna take what the defense gives him. I'm just gonna check it down. I'm gonna get my 5 6 yards, okay, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And then if you try to collapse the pocket, I can always get out of there. So he is so all around skilled. Then on top of that, super accurate with the ball. Thirdly, super composed. He doesn't get, you know how okay, we talk about on the other side of the ball, Jared Goff. He threw the first interception, then he got sacked, and then he's jumpy. You see his
hmm
feet in the pocket is his hopping. He's jumpy. Jalen, excuse me, Jalen can take a hit and he doesn't get jumpy. He stays composed. He get you hit him and he gets up and he's smiling like, yeah, I'm playing football. He just has a joy about him, and he's one of my new favorite players, man. I'm happy for the Commanders fans. I mean, they've had a, I mean, I support a poverty franchise, but they were like, they had a terrible owner. Like, I mean, literally for years they had people with bags over their head, and again the stands is empty. And so for them, man, they have finally a franchise quarterback, a competent owner that's going to spend the money. And guess what? They're only going to get better. This is the crazy part about this team. The crazy part about this team is they're only going to get better. They have like $80 million in money for next year, because when you hit on the quarterback, you get
Yeah, you don't have to sign him for 3 years,
and he's
two,
on
three
that rookie
years.
and he's on that rookie deal that frees up so much cap space that
hmm
they're gonna get next year. They're gonna be better than they are right now. Washington Commanders are my sneaky pick early Super Bowl. I'm not
I don't.
saying they're
I.
gonna
That,
win.
I'll be
I'm not
honest with
saying they're
you.
gonna win, but
Oh, you're
to
saying
make
to
it to
get
the
to the
Super
Super
Bowl,
Bowl?
yeah.
I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a sneaky pick at this point. I.
That's
I
what
was
I'm rooting
watching
for.
this.
I'll
I
say
was
that.
watching this game. I mean, coming into it, I wasn't confident. Now, they tricked me because Gibbs got off to a crazy start. Okay, like
Gibbs had a great game. He had
he
a
was
great game.
running down that defense. I was like, they're not about to stop this man.
If
And I
Jared
was
Goff
like,
don't turn the ball over, they win.
and
It's easy.
as much as we praise Ben Johnson, I was questioning a lot of the play calls that were coming out of or no, well, not so much him, but the decisions that Jared Goff was making under, I guess, pressure, right? Um, he had some very dumb turnovers. Like he could have got the game back into a game right before the halftime, and you underthrow a route instead of throwing it to the corner of the end zone when it's wide open. And
Bro,
it's Jamison Williams. That's
the
the fastest person
fastest
on your
dude on
team,
the field.
and you're
That's
going
the
to
fastest
underthrow the
dude on the
ball.
field. You have to
You're
put
gonna
that ball on the other side of the end zone and let him go get it.
and
You
you're gonna underthrow
cannot.
it.
Simple.
He already beat his man. So to throw it behind him where he has to slow down. You want him to speed up. You don't want him to slow down waiting for the ball
Hmm.
because you see that all the time. The DB comes right underneath it
And
and
takes it off.
and picks it off.
So I mean, you had the other interception where it was the overthrow, and then I believe he got strip sack as well, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yeah, the fumbles, the
this was one of, and people were like, "Oh, the NFC North is a powerhouse. All three teams gone." Okay, listen,
Regular season
I
powerhouse.
sure, yeah, I didn't see this. I didn't see this happening. I didn't see Jared Goff playing that bad. For the most part, in the regular season, he played pretty, you know, composed. Except we saw this similar like sighting,
yeah,
especially when he played
he
No,
had that
Arizona
five.
he had
earlier.
three bad games all season,
But
including the
I'm
Yeah,
playoff.
saying
yeah.
that Arizona
He
game, I
had
remember that
yeah.
game, watching it, and I was like,
He had
this
that
is
five
very
turnover game,
reminiscent.
but they still won.
This, they still won. I was
But in
like,
the
good.
playoffs, when you playing a good team, you know,
See, but
listen,
this time it
that
felt different with them being down because like when they were down at halftime and like there was not one thing in me that said, "Huh, they could actually come back and win this game." I didn't think that could actually happen because it was like the Commanders were scoring and making plays
yeah.
at will. Like there was nothing that you could do, and they were talking about, Dan Campbell likes to go for it on fourth down. Dan Quinn gonna go for it on fourth down every single time. It don't matter what it is, he gonna go for it. And they got it all but one time when Mariota tried to sneak it or do whatever he was trying to do. Other than that, they converted every single time on fourth down. So it's kind of, and then I mean, Kyle, you talked about it. You said the defense was looking upwards towards the end. Let me tell you something. That defense got embarrassed the entire night.
Yeah,
Oh no,
and
no, for sure.
yeah, I think
Like
that I don't. I'm gonna just say this. I don't think so. So here's the thing about the defense, right? Their best corner went like 2 or 3 plays into the game. He
broke his arm.
yeah, he was out the game. So I think that threw off the entire game plan because now you have guys playing out of position. So when you have a game plan and then 1 or 2 plays into the play, you lose one of your important pieces of that game plan. He Ben Johnson never had a chance to kind of like figure out or try to patch it up as the game was going. So that's what I think happened. Um, and they've been dealing with that all season, right? All season they've had a slew of injuries on the offensive and defensive side, and they've been able to continue to win and continue to fight and to continue to do all these things. But again, when you get to the play in the regular season, every um good teams can beat or can make mistakes and still win games in the regular season. But when you get to the playoffs, the cream rises to the top. All the teams are in there are good teams. So the mistakes that he
Turnovers
did
matter.
in Arizona, you can't recover from that in a playoff against a playoff
No.
team.
I was gonna
They're
say,
going to beat
especially
you.
with a team that's not gonna turn the ball back over to you. And again, I was gonna say to the point of when you saying the defense didn't play well. Well, they obviously the offense spotted them 7 points, and then the additional turnovers on top of that, you get in short fields. I
It didn't
mean,
help.
I can't,
Yeah,
it's just it's a
you
combination of
can't
both
put
things.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't
it's a
put that on
combination.
the defense.
I'll
You
tell
can't put that
you,
on the defense.
and I mean, I know I'm not putting it on them. I think the offense played terrible, and that's the reason why they lost the game. Them not being able to stop them on all but one fourth down is, I think they attempted maybe five or six of them. That really killed because you're extending the drive each time, and it was like it wasn't like it was on the same drive where they're converting fourth down, or no, it was like consecutive drives. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, one drive we convert it, and then when we get the ball back, we're converting another fourth down, and then we get the ball back, we're converting another. So it's like you can't get them off the field.
exactly. And then those long extended drives too. So when you play football, and Kyle knows this, like when you're on the field and these guys are having the ball. I think they had one drive that was like over 8 minutes,
Hmm.
right? You have 16, 17, 18 play drives over 8 minutes of game time. There's only so much, there's only so much a defense can do, man.
Exactly.
And then, when you blitz him, he kills you. When you drop backs in coverage, he kills you.
Hmm.
What you want you don't have all of you're already down players, so you don't have, your full complementary of guys. What do? He's not going to turn the ball over, right?
Yeah. You
He
take what you
protects the
give them.
ball, right? He's gonna take what you give him, right? If it's not there, he's gonna take off running. Like, what are you
Hmm.
supposed to
And it's not
do?
like he had the opportunity because his receivers was wide open every single time. Zach
Yeah,
Ertz was killing them. McLaurin was killing them. I mean,
It's
I
crazy
mean,
when you get a competent
they
quarterback,
played.
bro.
that's
Listen, they
crazy.
played perfect. They played perfect um, football. You could give credit to I forget the offensive coach name, but or coordinator, sorry, Killsbury or whatever, Cliff Killsbury.
Cliff
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cliff Kingsbury.
you could give a
Kingsbury.
lot of Kings. Yeah, you could give credit to him. You give a lot of credit to Dan Quinn for that defense that he had. I mean, I don't know. That's they played a perfect game. Detroit
Well,
didn't play a perfect game, and I
hey,
felt bad for the and I was like it's exciting seeing the Commanders win, them having the success, but at the same time I felt bad for Detroit because I'm like y'all,
And that's how
like
I
Kyle
felt. That's
said,
how I
poverty
felt.
city, poverty franchise. Like it's terrible that
hey,
this
bro,
Bruh,
leave
way.
the city
you have to
alone,
We
bro. What's
ain't,
wrong
stop
with you?
saying
we
that,
ain't.
Why
bro.
you
You have
say
to
that,
stop
It's
bro?
saying.
true. We
How are we
haven't
supposed to
seen a
build
bright
fans
spot
in
since
Detroit?
Megatron.
Come on,
Bro,
man.
You gonna
Megatron. We haven't
disrespect the
seen a
city
bright
like
spot.
that? That's crazy, bro. Wow.
But yeah, I felt bad because the city wanted it so bad, and I told y'all before the playoffs started. I said I don't think I just have a feeling that the Lions are not going to make it to the Super Bowl. Lo and behold, they get bounced out in
Yeah,
the
that's
first game.
exactly how I felt picking. So I'm like, 'cause the Commanders are such a great story with a rookie quarterback, but then on the same side, like I want the Lions have been bad for so long that you want them to at least get to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And just
Hey,
just
maybe their
not in the
destiny is just to be
cards.
a playoff team, man. At least you got to
Listen,
get
not in the
somewhere
That's not
first.
cards.
enough,
You can
man.
play a pair. You can be. You can't just jump to be a Super Bowl contender. You can be a playoff team, and then one day you become a Super Bowl contender.
What the
Well,
Commanders
well,
doing
Continue,
right
well,
now?
well, well.
continue
If
in your
you're a
poverty.
playoff team, no. Well, if you're a playoff team, you're automatically a contender because once you get in the dance, anybody could win it. Look at those
I
two.
mean, I
Look at
guess.
those two. Look at those two Giants teams that beat the Patriots. No one going into them said, "Oh, they're a playoff. They're
Well,
a
I'm
Super
just
Bowl
saying they need to
contender."
be happy with
But
a
if you're in the
divisional
dance, you have
round.
an opportunity. No, 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 no. You
Continue
know
to be a
how
poverty
fans are. You
franchise.
you you know how fans are. Like once you get somewhere, like okay, all right, one year you get to the first round of playoffs, then the next year you want to get beyond where you got the last
No,
year.
of course, of
At least a
course.
You
championship
know what I'm
game or
saying?
something,
So at
Listen,
least like they wanted to take that next step to be like, okay, well, we're gonna go to the
the Super
championship
Bowl.
game.
Yeah. Yep. So,
listen. All I'm gonna say
Washington.
is, you've been sleeping in a cardboard box. Just be glad you made it to the shelter. Okay, come on.
All right, let's move on. All right.
So in
Damn.
other news,
What?
So what are you saying, Caleb? All the people in Detroit
wow.
live in cardboard boxes.
Listen, I don't know every Detroit fan, and I'm including the Pistons is in that as
Hey,
well,
host, get
because
us back on the
that's a
rails. This is
shambles
about
So
to
too.
go sideways real
That's
moving
a
on to
quick.
the
shambles
next
too.
game. Moving on to the next
Be
game.
glad you made it to the shelter.
Be back. All right, next game. The LA Rams went to Philadelphia. The game started off kind of like that Pittsburgh game, if y'all remember a couple weeks ago. Green grass, you can see it by the end of the game. Probably had
Oh
what three,
yeah,
four
yeah,
inches of snow on the ground.
yeah.
Let's just call it what it was. It was the Saquon Barkley show. And it did get interesting at the end a bit until they turned the ball over on fourth down.
Listen here.
It's
Oh, hold on, hold
I
on,
can
hold
mute
on,
you
hold
on the
on.
go
I
ahead.
know you want to get your LA Rams glaze off, so I'm gonna let you do that. Saquon had a 78-yard run and a 62-yard run. That last one when he's like smacking his helmet. They showed Jalen Hurts in the background pointing up. It was just a really good feeling for the folks up there in Philly. But they do win 28-22 in advance to the NFC Championship game, which they will host against their division rival, the Washington Commanders. What would y'all's take away from the game? I felt like it was a good game, but I feel like the Eagles controlled the game, the whole game. They controlled it. They on defense and offense, you see those Georgia boys. I mean, they got what, three Georgia guys on that front
Yeah.
seven or four,
Hmm.
three or four.
Yeah, three.
Dude, I mean, there's a reason that they went top 10. There's a reason, okay?
Oh,
Um, so yeah, like I said, I think Philly really dominated that game. The Rams gave them a fight, especially towards the end there. But I think with that recipe, the Saquon Barkley show, Philly can go all the way and run their way to the Super Bowl.
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go,
I
Ethan, and I'll let you go last so you could
Okay.
I'll save your glaze for you. Now, I just want to
no, it's
say
fine.
really,
Glazers was good.
I just want to say really quick about the Rams. Like when that snow started falling down, so we all know how Ethan feel about Matthew Stafford, right? So listen, usually when you get a game like that and it starts snowing like that and it's cold and everybody says like the ball gets hard and it gets slick, so it's hard to throw it, hard to catch it. Matthew Stafford was slinging that thing all over the field, and that snow, it's crazy. The arm he got on
I
them.
said the same thing.
So I just want to get that out before I started on Philadelphia. So Philadelphia, I mean, Jalen Hurts, like you said, it's the Saquon Barkley show. I think Jalen Hurts had like 60-something yards, like passing. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, this guy is so special. And I keep going back to, we've been talking about it all season, but I keep going back to a Shane Dayball and what was the
You
was
mean
the
Brian? Yeah, Brian Dayball and Brian
Brian
Schumer or
Dayball and
Schumer?
and and
Schumer,
and,
what's the
and
last name?
Shane, whatever the hell his name
Yeah,
is,
The
whatever
and
his name
GM
is.
and the owner.
Yeah.
that said that this dude isn't worth 5% of my salary cap, right? And again, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing now on the on the Eagles with that
Giants.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the he wouldn't be doing what he's doing now, because the Eagles had the best offensive line in the NFL. But that would be when you see his talent and you let him go to a division rival and you have to sit back and watch this dude. I swear, like if I was the owner after that game, I'd just go in and fire everybody.
Bro, that's
Listen, I knew I already, I told y'all, I already knew I had a press conference and said that I was gonna bring y'all back. I changed my mind. Okay, I can't
hey,
watch this stuff, man.
and
Like, you
not
got
to
to
not to
understand.
add insult to injury, but they could have had Jaden Daniels too. All right, go ahead, take off.
Man, listen,
The
I
dude's
fire
son, the dude's
everybody.
son told him talk about Madden ratings and stuff. He should have listened to his son. His son said, "Yo, Jay Daniels the one." He's like,
Yo,
"Oh
listen,
no."
listen, listen, listen. I would have listen. I came in the owner. I came in. Listen, I didn't change my mind. You're fired. Okay, get the hell up out of here. I can't watch this stuff. I told you that I'm not gonna be able to sleep if this guy go to Philadelphia, our arch nemesis. Okay, I have heart palpitations. I can't even watch the game.
Mhm.
This guy all over the screen. Not only is he on the screen, he killing folks. This nigga is doing over here doing backflips, sliding, and he like
He could go like that.
it's ridiculous.
That Jamie Foxx being like,
Like, it's crazy. Like, you know how hard it
bro,
is.
oh
Like,
my
like,
goodness, bro.
like the guy's like a cat. Like this dude, you know how hard it is to like cut in snow. And you see how people be sliding all over the field and falling down. This dude cut and put his foot on the ground and like, you know what type of like balance you gotta have, bro, in the
Bro,
snow. That
they
thing
called
is
him
like,
generational. Call him coming out of college. I mean, they didn't
bro,
call him that
bro,
for no reason. I
bro,
mean,
bro. Try going out on concrete and trying to cut on concrete. That's how hard it is. That field is. Okay, that field is rock stone. This dude is. Come on, man. Listen, I didn't say all I got to say. Um, I don't even know if they need a quarterback. Hand the ball off to Saquon, and they're gonna be all right.
and Ethan, before you go, I do want to say side conversation. That boy Jalen Hurts is still concussed. I don't care what nobody says, bro. He's still concussed. I don't care what nobody say. All right, go
What
ahead,
makes
Ethan.
you think he's still concussed?
His post game interview,
Right, they shot him up with something when he hurt his knee. I promise you
bro.
they
He's
did.
still concussed. Those, some of those
Bro,
pockets, some of
they
those
when they
sacks he
shoot
took.
you up, they shoot you up in the knee. They don't shoot you in the brain. Okay.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
but
Nah,
once it
they,
enters your
they
bloodstream, it's over
that
for you.
boy's cooked. He
You're
out
just
there
that's what
like
like
I'm
me.
this.
saying.
And some of
They
those
gave him
sacks he
some.
took, he just he confused, bro. And it's okay. I hope hopefully he rests up. His brain heals from swelling, but he messed up. All right, go ahead, Ethan.
Hey man, they better go grab him. He might get that CTE off of that.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Um, I think this game,
Hey, bro, what
despite
is wrong with you? Why you breathe
what,
all heavy and squint your eyes?
He
What's wrong
said,
with
Yeah,
you?
cause his
He
bro,
said,
cause,
yeah.
cause
because
hey, cause his team lost. Hey, oh,
listen,
hold
Kyle,
on.
me and you were
Hey,
on.
who what was the picks, Ethan, again? Say the picks one more time.
I chose the Rams and y'all chose the Eagles.
Matthew Stafford is gonna Super Bowl in
Listen,
L.A.
so I was on the phone with Kyle at the end of the game, like towards the end when they were driving down the field, and Kyle was like, he literally, this is why I don't think that he said that he thinks that the Eagles controlled the game. I don't think they did. Kyle literally called. He said, "You said where did you say you were? You said you were
But I was
somewhere."
at Chili's, bro. Had that three for
Yeah,
me,
he was at
bro.
Chili's.
I was
should have
busting
came to
that
He
Chili's
Mr.
said
down,
he
bro.
got
BJ's.
he got the triple dipper. Okay,
No,
he said when
that's too
he
much for me. I get the three for me, bro. I want my
okay the three
Sprite.
for
Let me
So
you.
you
get
can
Oh,
get the
my,
oh,
triple
let me
meat.
get my
oh,
What
big
you said?
smasher.
The
Let me get
triple
that big
meat is too much meat for you.
bro, what? Okay, I said the triple dipper is too much
Bro
fries and
oh,
all
said
that
he's a
stuff for
meat
me.
You
Let me
specialist.
said
get
it's too
my
much
trip.
meat for you.
yo,
Let me get my
what?
Hey,
three for me.
rewind. Hey,
Three
Ethan,
for
rewind the
10 or
tape.
whatever it is. My little Sprite. I might do a
Did he
margarita, but I
really
get a
say that?
Sprite. No, I didn't. Get my big smasher. You know what I'm saying? And some chips and salsa. That's what the
Hey,
burger's
let me
called,
get
bro.
the triple meat and the big
And the big
smasher.
Bro,
smasher.
stop saying that, bro. Stop saying that.
Hey, do you lick
The
your lips
triple,
when you
hey,
order that?
the triple meat is
What
crazy,
are you
bro.
talking?
Bro be
This
biting
dude said
down
Yo,
the
on
and
his
triple
listen,
meat.
lip. Bro be biting down on his lip, talking about, can I get the triple meat?
yo, what is wrong with
What?
you?
Ethan,
What is
talk about
wrong
the
with
Rams, bro.
you?
Talk about the Rams. I don't know.
Anyways,
We're
Bro,
talking about
can I
so
get
talk about
my
the
big
Rams.
smasher on the side?
Ethan, talk about the Rams, bro. I don't know
He
what this
said,
kid's talking
"Yo,
about.
can I
anyway,
get? Excuse me, Bab. I like to order the triple
Bro,
meat."
Bro. Ethan, talk about the Rams, bro.
I'm
Because
talking. Okay, so
I'm not entertaining this foolishness.
I was on the phone with Kyle, and towards the end of the game when they were driving, right? Kyle called me. He
Yeah,
said, "What
When
happened?"
Saquon scored that run in the fourth quarter, that's when I got up and was leaving. Ethan, talk about the game, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, I want them to listen though.
I'm about to
Listen.
mute Unc's
The
audio,
So
bro.
triple
so
I'm about
meat.
to mute it. You
so
know what?
anyways, Kyle said after the Saquon score that he left. Okay, he left Chili's. He called me and he was like, "What happened?" And I because it was at that point it was a 6 point game. Does this just
Yo,
replaying in your
I'm
head?
I can't, bro. K, how much meat is too much meat?
When it's triple. When you get 3 times the normal amount, you've had enough.
yo, I yo, I don't know
What,
where this is coming
like
from.
Stephen A.
I
said,
literally
lay
never
off
said
the
triple meat.
meat.
I said
Host,
I don't even get the
host, get
triple
us back on
dipper.
track.
I don't even get
We're
the triple
off the
dipper.
rails.
This
All right.
dude talking
Anyways,
about
Host,
anyways.
please.
triple
Okay,
platinum meat.
so
Like, come on, bro.
and you keep bringing it up.
Triple platinum meat.
Come on,
And
bro.
you keep bringing it up.
He
Ethan,
talking
talk
about the
about the
Kyle,
game,
special.
bro.
He
Talk
said
I'm
about
the
the game,
trying
bro.
special
to, so stop
premium.
bringing it up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
Stay away
so
from the
they
big smasher too.
No,
That's it. That's it.
that big smasher
That's
be
all I
hitting,
got.
but I get the triple
what
smasher.
are you talking about?
He said it hits all the right spots. My
Hey,
fault.
yo, yeah, that's crazy. Yo, nah, I
You see, the big smasher hits in all the right places.
Me blood.
Ethan, if you don't go, bro, we're not gonna get off this.
But it takes
All right, here we
second.
go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so Saquon scored the
Whew.
touchdown. Kyle said
Why
he
all
left
my ribs
Chili's.
hurting me? What a sight.
Kyle left Chili's, and he called me and he said, "What happened?" The Rams had went down the field at will and literally scored in like a minute and a half or a minute. It was something like that. It was something crazy like that. They stopped them and they got the ball back and they were driving. I don't like. I'm not gonna sit here and blame weather because that would just be a lame excuse. In my opinion, it would. But I do feel like it would be a different game if it didn't snow, or the weather, whatever. I feel like the Rams didn't score when they had the opportunities to and go up. Like this, it could have been a blowout with the Rams winning if they had actually scored at will like they did on. Yeah, yeah.
Ethan, I
Hold
can't let
on,
you
let
do
me
that.
finish.
Ethan, hey,
Let
hey,
me
hey, I
finish.
want
Can
you
I
to,
please?
no,
Let
hold
him
on, hold on,
go.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna let
But
you finish, but I just want to say this. I want you to play the clip right in here. Put the clip right here of that dude on the offensive line, the Philadelphia offensive line, when he's slamming, he's literally throwing people to the ground on run plays. He's hitting people. The guard, he's the right guard for the Philadelphia 76ers. The dude is like 6'8". He is
Jesus.
literally throwing people.
Third and 4. They'll run out of it. Big opening, Barkley. There he goes. Barkley gonna ring the bell again. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So for you to say the Rams would have blown the game, bro, they could not stop the run because this guy is mauling people. He's literally
Saquon was
taking
running
grown
through
men
I
holes and
mean,
and
not getting
slamming
sacks.
them sack to the
I
ground.
mean, you're saying that, but the linebacker for the
Bro,
Rams, I can't
300
remember.
pound defensive lineman is getting thrown to the ground.
Listen, I can't remember the guy's name, but he had a heck of a game. I think that the game was close for the majority of it until the two touchdowns happened by Saquon. They get up, and then the Rams came back down, scored really quick, stopped them, and then was marching on the field again, and then they could have won the game. Obviously, they didn't. I just feel like they didn't take advantage of the opportunities that they had. A Cup was like I remember watching some of the replays. They were like, "Oh, well, you could see him trying to break out of his thing, and he can't do it." They're like trying to tippy toe, literally out of a out of a route, trying to go get the ball. Puka had a couple drops that were like crazy. He did have that one big kick, or that was Cup on that last drive, whatever it is. I, I felt like the weather just messed everything up. I still
Ethan,
believed in
oh, come
Stafford.
on.
Let me finish.
Bro,
Let me
you said
finish.
you're
I
not gonna
still
use that
believe.
as an excuse. You didn't brought it up 4 times.
Okay, so I'll leave it alone. I still believed in
Let the man
Stafford
get
at
through
the
his
end of
tape.
that game, at the end of the game to win it. Unfortunately, I was let down, but I do wholeheartedly think that they could have won that game. No questions asked.
I feel like you are not understand. I just feel like you're not comprehending the concept of like a team can dominate a game and the score can be close, right? Or the
That
final score
doesn't
can
mean
look
they had any
that does
chance of winning.
right. Like I never felt
I
like
think they
watching
had a
that
chance of
game
winning.
like me watching the game through the first 3.5 quarters, I did like, oh, the Rams are going to win this game. I don't care what happens, they're not going to win the game. The same way you said that they
I
missed
had the feeling.
opportunities, so did CTE Hurts and the Philadelphia offense. He's taking sacks that he should not take, and again, I don't feel like he was 100% truly like that whole game. I don't think it was 100%, but that's just me. But they missed opportunities as well, right? Drop
Yes.
passes.
But
Um,
that's credit to the Rams
Ethan,
defense.
Ethan,
I'm
Ethan,
talking about
Ethan.
the sacks.
What do
No,
you mean the
no,
Rams
no,
kill
no,
Ethan?
no.
Ethan, AJ
No,
Brown, AJ
they're
Brown.
dealing with they're dealing with the weather also. So
Exactly. AJ Brown
I'm
dropped
they're
a
not
miss.
talking.
touch.
I'm not talking. This is pre-weather. I was talking about the two sacks that took him out of field goal twice. I
No,
think on
no,
back-to-back
no, Ethan.
possessions
I'm
where he took a
saying,
sack.
I'm saying when you said both that the Rams missed opportunities, AJ Brown dropped a touchdown before half, which it would have made it 27-7 or something like
Seven.
that at
Yeah,
half.
27-7.
And then he also dropped a third down conversion wide open, like he just dropped it. You know what I'm saying? So like they missed opportunity. That game could have very well been out of reach for them at halftime. You know what I'm saying? And then we're just gonna get the ball to Saquon, and we're gonna call it later. So I'm saying it can go both ways, but I feel like trench wise
Sure,
and really
fine.
game wise, Philly controlled the game. Like I never at no point thought like, oh, okay, the Rams. Oh, okay, this is
I
gonna be
didn't
spicy.
ever
Like
like that last drive when, and especially the last drive when you called. I was like, bro, I was giddy. I was like, bro, they marching on the field. They just threw it in the cup, or they just threw it to the tight end. They just threw, and then yeah, it just didn't happen. So,
hey,
um,
well, listen, like I say earlier, so hey, it is the Saquon Barkley show. I feel like if they rely and jump on the shoulders of Saquon, grab your bus ticket, and
that's not gonna.
we're
Oh,
gonna
well,
run
we
you
gonna
to the
talk
Super
about
Bowl.
it.
Okay? We're gonna run you to the Super Bowl. Because as much as I like Washington, you see what Saquon did to them earlier this year. So, like I said, it's playoffs.
They
Not
still
saying not
lost.
gonna say history will repeat itself. I understand that, but I'm saying Saquon had a good game, that's what I'm saying. So Kay, do you have any
Y'all pretty much
comments?
said it all.
All right. Just making sure for you, brother. And then let's talk about the game of the divisional round. The Eagles. The Ravens go up to Buffalo and lose 27-25. Um, I'm gonna let y'all take off because I want to go last on this one because I'm sure you can kind of start and jump at a number of places. But Ethan, yeah,
I
you want to
I'm
picked
go?
just
so
gonna
no,
say I'm gonna
sorry. So
start. I'm
I
gonna
picked the
start.
Rams the last game. I don't know if I said the thing, but
Oh, we
I
already
picked the
knew it,
Rams
but
and
yeah.
picked the Eagles.
I
And
told
then
y'all.
this
Hey, I told
game,
y'all last week. I said y'all should have played my parlay. Y'all didn't want to listen. Anyway,
this game was y'all picked the Ravens, I picked the Bills.
okay, listen, man. I'm gonna go. Y'all know how I feel about Lamar, hometown kid. Want him to win. Want him to be successful. Want him to get that monkey off his back to at least get to a Super Bowl, at least get to a championship game. Really. But I just want to say this because I know where you guys is probably gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna go straight to Mark Andrews," and
Mm-mm.
he's got to make that. He's got to make that catch. But that's not the reason why they lost the game. Weather again was a big factor in this game. Also, I felt like the
Mm,
who's the was it Todd Monken? Who's the offensive coordinator
It's Todd
for the
Monken.
Rams? Todd
Oh,
Monken. He
the
For the
Ravens, the Ravens,
Rams.
the Ravens.
for the
Oh,
Ravens.
Yeah, it's Todd Monken. Hmm.
Yes. I think he let them down.
he got CT.
He didn't run King Henry
I
like
think
he
he had
should.
16.
Use that off
Yeah,
like 16 attempts in a snow game. Like he should have been 20 plus.
Saquon
So
had 30.
okay, like you gotta that's your bell cow. You gotta ride him. Like how you guys came up. I thought that they were gonna. The reason why I thought they were gonna win, I thought they were gonna come out and play like the first playoff game where they're doing the run pass option, and then they're allowing Derrick Henry or I'm sorry, they're allowing Lamar Jackson to make the decision to keep or give the ball off or pull it. I didn't really see that this game. So I'm really sad about that. Like I really thought that the Ravens was my Super Bowl gonna be my Super Bowl winner. I thought they were gonna go to Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs and go to Super Bowl. So that really like it wasn't anything that Buffalo did. Um
beyond taking care of the ball.
yeah, beyond taking care of the ball, not
That's
turning
what
the
they
ball
did.
over. And
Yeah.
Lamar, you can't turn the ball. You can't have those multiple turnovers. That's just those things kill you. So there's a multitude of reasons. It wasn't just Mark Andrews. Lamar had 3 turnovers. The defense played really well. But the offensive coordinator, Tom Monken, didn't have a good game. Good. They didn't have a good game plan. You and on top of that, the frustrating part about it is that they already beat this team. So when you beat a team, you should already have like, oh, we know how to beat this team because we've done it already, and they just didn't do it, man. Like I said, it wasn't anything really that Buffalo did. Is what they didn't do. They didn't turn over the ball, whatever. Um, uh, why can't I think of their quarterback's name right now? The
Josh
Josh
Bills.
Allen.
Allen.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen didn't have a great game. He just was literally like a game manager, clock
He just
manager.
managed. Yeah, that's it.
He
That's
managed
all
the
you have to
game
do.
That's it.
and he kept the Ravens offense off the field and he got the win. But
I
that's how
agree with a lot of what you said because it's like I open thing and like everybody and their mother is like they're trying to kill Mark Andrews. I'm like, bro, he you cannot blame that. Like, yeah, he like
I
you said,
mean,
he should have
yeah.
caught the ball,
Listen,
but you can't
all
solely
pro
you can't.
tight
blame that
end.
loss on
Yeah,
That's
an
what I'm
him,
all
saying.
pro
You
tight
can't
end
but
sit
has to
here.
make that catch. He has
Right,
to.
right. That's
he
But
true.
was
that's
But
not the
wide
you
reason
can't
why
open.
they
sit
lost the
here
game.
He was by
and
himself.
blame him 100%. But because I'm talking about people who are like bump everything else that happened in the game. No, it comes down to that. He dropped the
Yeah.
ball. We're blaming it on him, right? That's so I don't agree with that. I agree with what you said. Number two, there was still time on the clock left, and it was 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You said yourself, Josh Allen was game managing. This is what I think was different from the first time that they played. He wasn't game managing. he was trying to play hero ball like he was. I'm not gonna say all the other games that they played throughout the season, but he was playing more so like trying to get the numbers and whatnot, whatever. This time it was mistake-free football. Let James Cook run the ball, and
Hmm.
the rookie that they have, not Davis, I can't remember his name, but those two, let them run the ball, uh, check downs, or they had a couple. He had a couple big plays where it was big throws or whatever it is, right? Defense forcing turnovers. The first turnover by Lamar, that interception, I know no points came out of that. I don't really know what that throw was. Like I saw the from above. I'm not. I guess it was a miscommunication. The fumble, um, that was kind of like yeah. Everyone said that they saw him. You saw him do that before. He did it against the Bengals. That was kind of like the same thing. He fumbled the ball. I thought Von Miller was about to score right there. They didn't, but they still ended up scoring. The Mark Andrews fumble, that hurts them as well. And then like just like you said with the offense, like for King Henry, Derrick Henry to have 16 attempts at a carry. And he had how many yards did he have this year? Almost 1,900 yards. Saquon had 30 plus or 30 attempts running. I literally told Kyle. I actually
I
think I
think
put it in
I
the
think
chat.
there's a
He
stat. Not
literally,
cutting you off, Ethan, really quick. I think there's a stat that it was like when Derrick Henry runs the ball more than 20 times, they win they win all the games. Like every game that he touched the ball more than 20 times, he had 20 rushes, they've won every game.
yeah. So what I was getting to with that is, so I literally put in the chat, and I don't know if you saw it. You were probably watching the game or whatever it is, right? Literally, Lamar, not Lamar, Derrick Henry had, I think it was maybe the second possession of the third quarter. He literally had the ball, like he ran down Buffalo like that entire drive. I think only Justice Hill and maybe one other player touched the ball that entire drive. I'm talking about 15-yard run, 14-yard run, 15 yards for, and then you just knock it in, for the touchdown, whatever it is, right? I think this game is more so about I guess the Ravens losing than the Bills winning because
Yeah, 100%.
the Bills only kicked two field goals they only had 6 points in the second half.
Hmm.
Or was it six? Yeah, 21. Yes, yes. They only had 6 points and you still lost.
Yeah.
It Turnovers
The
will
defense,
hurt
the
you.
defense
And
did
we
what they
talked
had to
about it.
do. I think
Turnovers and them scoring off of it, it will hurt. I saw they put the statistic out. I didn't know about it, but they put the statistic out that in eight of his playoffs, or in the eight that he's played for them, he's had two or more turnovers in the game. And
yeah.
obviously you lose. You're not going to win the game.
And he don't turn
So
the ball over all season. And then you get in
no,
the
yeah,
playoffs.
and that's what, and I'm talking about literally. I opened Twitter as the game was going on, and they're like, here's the Lamar Jackson of old that we're seeing again with these turnovers and not performing in the game that you need to perform, that you absolutely need to perform in to move to the next round. So I don't know. I feel right now, if I'm making an NBA comparison, I know that Tatum
Don't
hasn't
say James
won
Harden.
any.
You got to stop it.
No, I didn't say James Harden. I said I'm talking about early success in the career and not being able to win or even knock on a door in terms of because what year is Lamar in six now? This would be his six coming up or something like that. Whatever it is, it's like you have the accolades, you have the team, you're just knocking on the door and you're not getting there, and
Who's the
you're kind
comparison?
of. I said Tatum. You're
No.
semi folding under pressure when it comes time to
Listen, I
perform.
want to
You're
go ahead
not
because
playing
I'm not
well.
even gonna let you bring up Tatum and them
You,
right now. I don't want to hear nothing about no Tatum, bro.
that's not
So,
even a viable comparison.
um,
I think it is.
let me. I don't
I
want to
think
cut
it
you off.
is too.
Just,
It
For the
isn't.
first six
just
years,
real
I don't know
quick.
how that's not a
So,
comparison.
couple of things. If I'm John Harbaugh, I'm
Eastern
firing
Conference
Todd
Finals
Monken. You
hasn't
can't
made
be
it out
my
the second
OC
round.
next year.
Okay.
This is 2 years in a row, quite frankly, where you
2 years
you
in a
don't run the
row.
ball. You're coaching scared. Yeah, you get down early because of Lamar, and I'm going to touch on him because of Lamar. You come out and statistics will show you.
That doesn't
Derrick
mean you
Henry,
stop. That
no,
doesn't
right.
mean you stop running the
And
ball. It's not
second
like they
half
were getting
showed you
blown out.
Derrick Henry balls teams because they don't want to keep tackling this guy. They come out third quarter, like Ethan said, they run the ball the whole field. They don't even throw the ball. They just run the ball. He getting 17, 18 yards of carry. Score a touchdown. Um, Lamar.
After that, did
I'm
not
not
touch the
putting
ball.
obviously Lamar with the turnovers. My thing is that there are turnovers that hurt you more obviously in the fourth quarter than they do first quarter. So if you drop Mark Andrews drops that pass first quarter, no, we're not talking about that. The fact that it happened in the fourth quarter and again happened that stopped them from going to overtime, it exacerbates the issue, right? But for Lamar, I'm not going to give him any props for getting them out of the hole that he put them in, right? So I'm not going to because he played well, better the second half, like he did. Obviously,
Yeah.
Derrick Henry got going. The drive that Mark Andrews fumbled on, they were driving again. So it's again, I don't want to put the whole blame on Mark Andrews, but when it's critical time, fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
Clutch time, as an all pro guy, you can't do that. And it's just unfortunate it happened because the fact of the matter is it happened. And you can say, oh, like, man, we lost because of that right there. In this situation, I'm not going to necessarily say what happened in the first half constituted to, well, what the outcome of the game was. Because again, they did come back. Shouldn't have been in that position anyway because Lamar needs to take care of the ball again. And that's the thing with him. I know he's mad after the game and, he really wants to win, but the ball's in your hands, man.
Yeah.
Like the ball's in your hands, and so it sucks. Um, I'm going to say this now, and so I'm going to have this on tape to correct myself, just like I did a week ago with the Falcons. Bro, I'm not picking them next year in the play. I'm not going to. Now I'm on the board, like, bro, like, y'all got to win for me to come back on board. I'm not going to do it. They could go 17-0 next season, and Derrick Henry could run for 4,000 yards. I'm not picking them. I'm not, because Todd Monken's back. So I already don't trust
Yeah.
your play
I
calling.
can't.
You know what I'm saying? And playoff Lamar is a thing. Like that is a thing. Playoff Lamar is officially a thing because it happens every season. So I mean, I'm not saying I was like on a bandwagon or nothing, but my faith in Lamar and Baltimore has cracked. It's not the same as it was going to the season. So um that's my summary of that game. We'll see what happens
I
next year,
told
but
her, listen,
Buffalo, oh,
this right here, and I have the app, and I can actually pull it, and I can try to put it on the screen, whatever it is. But in both games, I forgot to bring this up in the Philly game, but I hate to say this, but this is who they are, unfortunately, right? In the Philly game, I remember the Eagles were driving, right? And I literally typed in the chat. I said a turnover by Jalen Hurts is inevitable at this point. Literally 2 plays later, it happened. I said the same thing for them. I said like like
what are you, a fortune teller?
Kyle said. No, it's not. It's not about a fortune. It's like that's who they are. Like you're saying, unfortunately, now playoffs and more is a thing. Like to this year stamped it that it is a thing. Like it's
I think I
unfortunate
texted in
that
chat too. Yeah, when he fumbled, when he did that, I texted in chat like, "What is he doing? Like, what was that?"
I like before that fumble happened with Lamar. I said a turnover is inevitable at this point. I know it's gonna something's gonna happen somewhere. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. He turned the ball. He literally fumbled a couple plays later. I don't understand the I don't know. I don't know what other than why aren't you like Derrick Henry had 5 rushing yards in the fourth quarter. You're not gonna win the game. So I don't under me personally, I don't understand. And remember, this is a concern that we brought up when they lost against the Browns and they lost against the teams that they shouldn't have lost to. It's because of what? You are not giving Derrick Henry the ball. You're over here, you keep passing it, or oh, Lamar's trying to get out of this situation. But you have one of the greatest running backs in NFL history right behind you, and you don't give him the ball. I don't know what else to tell you. You're gonna lose a game every single time.
That's Todd Monken for. I'm telling you, that is Todd Monken, bro. Like, and that's what it comes down
Like
to.
I don't understand. Like I sometimes I just don't understand what is going through the mindset of coaches. Like how can somebody that's at home see it? They can see it from home, and you can't see it. I don't get it.
I don't
Like
know.
you
They got
run down the
I
philosophies.
think.
entire
I think.
field.
I think
You
that
run
you.
down the entire field
I
in the
think.
third quarter, and you don't give him the ball anymore.
I think that they get someone. They're so involved with the game. Like they're not looking at like what necessarily just happened, but they're moving forward. But if I'm Todd Monken or I'm offensive coordinator or whoever, I need I'm gonna hire somebody to sit right behind me, right? That's watching the game, that's keeping looking at the stats, and I'm gonna tell them, tap me on my shoulder, okay? When it's time to run the ball because we need Derrick Henry to get at least 20 touches. So if he's at 14, hey, Just a reminder,
He needs 6 more.
he need to run. Because you get so involved in the game, and that's probably what's happening. We're sitting in the back watching the entire game. There, he's just so laser focused on the offense that you kind of lose contextualize. And then also, I think that that's where the Harbaugh and the head coach got to get some of this too, man.
But
Hey,
that's what I was
man,
gonna say.
I'm
Coach, tell
I'm going
coach.
to my hey, I'm putting in my mics. Hey, man, listen, we're gonna run the ball the next play. We need to give the ball to Derrick Henry to remind the offensive coordinator what we need to be doing, right?
And
And
some
so I
coaches
don't
want to
know
follow
if
the
he is,
philosophy where
yeah,
they
I
let
don't know
the
if he is or he is not doing that. But at the end of the day,
Well,
Harbaugh
clearly not.
Harbaugh got to get some of this blame, man. Because listen, you are the CEO. You're in charge. You're on that field too. You're not calling offense or defense. So your whole job game day is to manage the game on from the sideline. So I need to understand and make sure, hey, I'm calling, hey, what's the pass to run ratio? Where are we at? Oh, we're 15 passes to 12 runs. We need to be balanced, right? So if we're we need to give Derrick Henry the ball. Let's get the ball in his hands any way that we have to do it. That zone block in that cold, when it hurts to hit people and it hurts to tackle people, you need to use. He's a bruiser, man. You got to get him the
But you
ball.
can see that after the, like I said, I'm going to keep going back to that third quarter when they ran down the field. How could you see the success from that drive and you don't give him the ball
Yeah, and
anymore?
you don't go back to it. I hear you.
Like I don't care about you being honed in into the game. Like you when your side of the ball is off the field, you're looking at what's happening on that last drive on the computer, whatever, the tablet, whatever it is, and what just worked. And you go out on until until the game's over. No, we're not going to give him the ball.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
that's
he
tough.
he just
You're gonna keep losing. This is like watching Mike Bobo offense. This
I'm
is
just gonna
terrible.
assume he felt, when Mark Andrews turned that ball over, now we're getting into crunch time. Like we can't burn up too much time knowing that Buffalo's been holding on to the ball a long time. Because Buffalo did have possession or dominate possession in the game,
I
which
understand
again, I'm
that,
sure you
but
can get into
but you
all
got to
that. But
play. You got to play to
no,
your
yeah,
strengths.
no, absolutely, yeah. Because I mean, you're gonna get chunk plays anyway. But
And my thing
um,
is, yeah, for
what
him, you need to drain it as much as possible. Because, like I said, there was no guarantee. If Mark Andrews had caught the ball, there was still not a guarantee that the game was going to overtime. Because, like I said, there was a minute and 30 seconds left, and Buffalo had two timeouts,
well, no,
and all they were
I'm
doing
talking
the
about
entire
before
game
then.
was just
Yeah.
driving down the field with time. So, like me, you got to run that down. Just like how you don't trust to give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, 13 seconds for crying out loud. You got to run it down. I don't know what else to tell you.
So speaking of Patrick Mahomes, let's go ahead because that was the last game. Obviously, it was only 4 games last week. Let's go ahead and just ask the $1 million question. AFC wise, Buffalo at Kansas City. They're the late game, so the 6:30 game next Sunday. Who y'all taking to go to the Super Bowl in the
I got
AFC?
the
Yeah,
Bills. I'm gonna switch it up.
I already said what I said, so y'all know where I'm leaning. It
Do you
hurts
think they're gonna
me
beat the Voodoo
to
Magic? They're
say
gonna.
this. It hurts me to say this, but I think with the all the coverage that's been happening this week about Kansas City getting all the calls, I think that they're going to be hypersensitive to that, and not that he's not going to get any calls because he will, but I don't think he's going to get as many. And then also, I just think that you know this is the Bills' time, man. I need. Oh, my
I
chest
pains you to
hurt.
say it, I know.
My
Yeah,
chest hurt to just even say this and give glowing review of Josh
Josh,
Allen.
please.
But I need Josh to have same way he played against my Dolphins and can and beat our brains
killed
in.
them. Yeah,
That's exactly what he need to do to Kansas City, and I'll be there with my Bills pom poms,
Yo,
rooting for Josh Allen. Yay, Josh! Please beat these people. Uh,
Hey,
I
man,
told you, Josh pom poms, man.
you
Listen,
sound
it
like them
pains
folks
me.
that renting out your house, cuz.
I tell you,
uh so I'm gonna be there with my pom poms, rooting for them guys, and but as soon as the
blue and
game's
red,
over,
baby.
I'll be back on the Bills hater bandwagon. But for this game, I want them to beat Patrick Mahomes' brains in. Matter of
Oh,
fact, I want him to get a 1 or 2 concussions.
oh
Okay, he get
Lord.
on that sideline, bust his head open, and for all the whole year when he was been doing foolishness.
I was about to say something crazy, but I was just gonna say I would just hope DeMar Hamlin would be the one to hit him. Anyway, I got Buffalo by 53.
Hey, that would be karma. Get some of this.
Caleb, who you
I
got, bro?
got.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanna.
You undercover
I want
glazer.
to
Hell,
say
you got the Chiefs.
Buffalo,
You said you would never go against the Chiefs. So,
Exactly.
like, I
I know. Go
don't.
ahead. He undercover
All right,
glazer
15,
whole
not the
season.
Chiefs.
bro.
15 and the refs.
Which he like?
Those
He has the
memes are
league
so
on his
funny,
side.
bro. When they be
He
having
has the
like the
league on his
jersey
side.
swap, they had him doing a jersey swap with the referee. That junk was so funny, bro. Like he was holding
My
up the
thing
ref jersey.
is this upcoming game. I just pray.
Bro, who you
Okay,
picking,
he
man?
done it. Bro, you already know who I'm picking. I'm talking about now. I just pray that Josh plays like how he has against Mahomes in all the playoff games that he has in the past, even though he lost. I hope you play like that
Yeah, you
because
need
this
you need
Chiefs
that type of
offense, this Chiefs
performance.
offense is not the same that it was that you were playing against. So you play that game that you did with them, you're blowing them out the water. Yeah, like
Well,
it's
we'll
not going to be
find
close.
out. Caleb, who you got, bro? Let's go. Get it on record.
I already
He
said
has
it.
the
Oh, you
Chiefs. What?
said the
Like you
Chiefs?
not
Oh, okay, all
listening?
right. I was just making sure, bro. I don't want no in the middle. All right, so Kansas City and then well, 3
Kyle,
Buffalo and
who'd you
one Kansas
pick? You
City.
ain't pick nobody.
He
I
said the
He
Bills
said the
by
Bills.
57.
He said the Bills by
Oh,
Bills
53.
by
I didn't hear that.
57.
By 53. Yeah.
And then on the other side, we got a division
Give me
rivalry
them.
again.
Oh, wait a minute.
Philly hosting the
I'm going with the
Commanders.
Commanders. I'm
And
going
I
with the
know the
Commanders.
Commanders is a sweet pick, and Commanders, Saquon about to put some foots in them.
No, I'm going with the Commanders. Unfortunately, I feel that this game. And it's gonna, and I feel so sorry for it because you made the comparison, or well, not the comparison, but with who he plays like, and like it's kind of like Lamar or whatever it is. If this man makes it to the Super Bowl in his rookie year, and I know the AFC who he has to go through. I know you're going through Pat, you're going through Josh, and he's gone through Baker. He's the first seed, the Lions, and stuff like that. But like it. I don't know, man. It'll be a story to tell. I don't know what else to
Hmm.
tell you. A
The
rookie
NFC
a
is
rookie
so
quarterback
garbage,
that
bro.
a team that was what 4 and something last year,
Yeah, they
no
only
head
won four
coach, no
games.
prosperity, no future, and you flip it around and you go to the Super Bowl. Like CJ Stroud took him and won the Texas division last year. You won the
And
playoff
then
game
won
and
a
you
playoff
lost.
game. Yeah.
This guy is on the
Hmm.
verge of a Super Bowl,
Hmm.
getting to a Super Bowl.
Literally, same
Hey,
number of
listen,
playoff wins as Dak Prescott.
I thought that I thought that
No, thank you.
I thought that this
Don't bring up
year's
that frog's
team
name.
of destiny was the Detroit Lions, but now I'm feeling like this year's team of destiny is the Washington Commanders. Give me Washington uh
I still think
by
it's the Bills' destiny this
by
year.
9.
But also, after all that
Hmm.
Saquon Glaze,
Hmm. All
by
right.
9,
Listen, I
Okay.
love Saquon, you understand? And I love that offensive line.
I'm
But
telling you,
I
Hurts is
can't
not.
pick against. Listen, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, out of all the teams that are left, I think I'm rooting for the Washington Commanders the most. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I think my
The
my my my
yeah.
my my, my problem is that with Philly is that they're gonna need to pass the ball, and I think that uh
Hurts can't do that.
Jalen Hurts is not on the same caliber or the same caliber of passer that that Jaden Daniels is. So if
I will
you
say this though: the last time they played, I know Commanders won. Philly should have won, and that was with Kenny Pickett. Okay, Devontae Smith dropped that touchdown that they had, and that would have been it. That would
hey
have been game
Ethan,
over.
woulda, coulda,
I
shoulda.
know it would have. Hey, I'm right there with you. Um, that's just with the Kenny Pickett and you would squeeze it out like that, and he put up 33. I don't know. I'm confident in Commanders. I'm not swaying from it, but that's
Like,
just
hey,
something
give me the
interesting.
give me the Commanders, cause
Kyle, are we sweeping this or what? Because no way you
Bro,
think they're
He's
just gonna
picking
bro.
run.
Philly.
I'm picking
They're
Philly,
not
bro.
running Saquon's legs to
Saquon
the
had
ground, dog.
150 and 156 against him. I'm calling about 275 and 4 touchdowns.
They're gonna have to because Hurts don't look like I
Hey,
don't know
this
what he
Commander
doing.
defense is playing incredible in the
Yeah, I'm
playoffs.
not gonna lie.
They
Hurts.
they didn't play as good as they're playing right now in the regular season. I don't know what happened, what clicked during this playoff run.
Uh,
The Washington Commanders
uh,
defense has played really good.
Listen,
they haven't
all
So
I
played an
we'll
know,
see.
MVP candidate.
Jalen Hurts' mind looks like an all-star breakfast scrambled hard. Okay,
Okay,
we
yeah.
we know what's gonna happen.
Next
Bro.
topic because what is this guy is cooked. The
When
next
I say
topic. Hey,
scrambled hard.
so hey, as we move on to our next topic, before Caleb takes us down the road that we don't need to go to, well, not conclusion, but the rumor mill and just some NFL news. So the finalists for all of the NFL awards have been finalized. So I'm just gonna show this to y'all. Obviously we gave like our MVP list and things like that previously, but I'm gonna change one of mine just because the high I'm on right
You
now.
can't change one of yours, man.
No,
Come on,
no,
bro.
no, just for the
What
fun
you
of it,
mean
bro.
change one of yours?
Just for the fun of it. I know what I said. I stand by what I said. Right? You
I
understand?
mean,
But I'm just gonna say this. All right. So these are the finalists for the MVP award. I think we all said Lamar, right? Did we all go Lamar for that? That
Yeah.
who
no, we
was
I
didn't.
going to?
And
think
Caleb, no,
so.
we didn't.
Oh,
Caleb, who would you
yeah.
go? Who did Caleb wasn't here that episode? Who would I said Josh Allen? Y'all two said Lamar. I don't know what Caleb.
Um,
Don't base it off what you just
I want
saw.
to go
This is a
Saquon.
No, I
regular
no.
season
Listen,
award.
listen. Exactly. Lamar
then it
Jackson had
then
the
it
better regular
it
season, so
then it have to
I'm not
be
changing.
to
I'm not
me.
changing.
It would have to be Lamar or Saquon. I'm leaning towards
They're not gonna give it
Lamar,
to
but
Saquon. If he broke the
I know
record,
they're
he
not gonna give it
probably
to a
had an
running back. But
opportunity. Yeah, if I think if he broke the record, he would probably get
yeah,
some votes. But
but
because
I
he
just
didn't
think what he
break the
did this
record,
season.
it's Lamar, bro. It's Lamar. The only reason why people would not vote
Right.
for Lamar is because of Lamar fatigue because he did win it last year, but
Yeah.
he had a better season than he did last year. He had more touchdowns. He had more touchdowns than Josh Allen. Um, he had more passing yards. Like he had a better QBR. Like all of the statistical uh um quarterback statistical categories he led in. Like it's Lamar Jackson.
Understood. Next
I don't
category we
understand
had the
how I don't really quick. I don't understand how Joe Burrow got up there because yes, he had a good season, but
bro.
just a regular season
They put
award
it up
and
there
wins.
He led the
he
league in
led
what
in.
passing and touchdowns,
No,
didn't
it's
he?
fine. He led
Listen,
in almost every aspect. He led the quarterbacks in every aspect in the league. So he led it in everything.
Joe Burrow
Lamar
as a
was second, and then
finalist.
Josh
I
Allen.
could
I
kick
think Josh Allen
rocks.
was third.
You sound like Ethan is with Dak.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, 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 no.
Uncanny hate for Joe Burrow. It's
Bro,
absolutely
bro,
absurd.
bro. That
But
team
hey,
won 7 games. I don't want to hear nothing about no MVP, bro. I don't want to hear
bro,
nothing
They
about
actually
that.
won
no,
9.
no. Oh,
They
I
won
understand. We're
9.
talking about
Whatever
We're
the
talking about
hell
Joe
they
the
won.
player. Yeah, and they win games. But we're talking about Joe the player. But now I'm not even gonna go down that road because I'm going. I already know. You gonna leave it alone. Offensive player of the year. I think I'd put like sneaky pick, low key. I'd pick Jamar Chase because of the triple count. He a triple count winner.
You
But
said that. Yeah.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I
And then
mean,
Unc
you
said
can make a
Josh
candidate.
I
You can
said,
make
I
a
yeah,
case for
I
everybody on this
thought Josh
list.
Allen
and I
would be
said
the offensive player of
I
the
said
year,
Saquon.
But
because of
since he
all of
didn't
those
make the
rushing,
yeah.
all the rushing touchdowns and stuff, all the rushing touchdowns and stuff he had. But I could see them going Burrow for this maybe offensive player of the year because he did, have a great season. But for me,
I think Saquon. Let's go.
yeah, I like Saquon Barkley for this. But they're probably going to give it to another quarterback. They're probably going to give it to Joe Burrow.
I hope not. I
Yeah, I
want
hope not.
Me
Jamar.
too.
I hope not
Triple
Me
too.
crown
too.
winner, offensive player of the year. Give me 45, 50 million. Because they're gonna have to pay him now. Our defensive player of the year. I know I paid Pat Surtain. Um I think a
I'm going
couple of you guys
Hendricks.
went
We
TJ
both
Watt,
have
maybe.
Hendricks.
Yeah, yeah.
Who
I'm going
else?
Certain
Hendricks.
a cornerback's not going to get it. Um,
We went, me and Uncle went Trey Hendrickson.
You don't think Pat Surtain got no chance of winning? You don't think so?
No, listen. The only time that a corner, you got to look at the history of the award. The only time a
No, I
cornerback
know.
has even gotten it is when they have 15, 16 interceptions. He didn't have that. He's a lockdown corner, but they're not going to give him the defensive player of the year.
We're gonna see. We're gonna because I mean, three of the people on this list, obviously, well, two didn't make the playoffs. One team was trash, and And I mean TJ Watt, like that team was trash.
What do you
But
mean two didn't make the playoffs?
the
Oh,
Bengals
never
and
mind.
Browns,
Yeah.
which I understand, like it happens.
streaks.
But they usually
Get
like
it
if that
done.
happens, they'll lean to the guy who makes the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah,
I think it's an
I
interesting race
don't.
there.
Yeah, I don't see
And got
Satan getting
completely obliterated in the first round. Sorry, well, go ahead.
Hey yo.
it.
All right, offensive rookie of the year. I know we
Come
had
on, man.
a,
Come
a
on, man.
candid
They
discussion
they
about
they,
Daniels.
they
this.
should only
It's Jaden
have
Daniels,
they should
man.
only have one player on this list. It ain't no
Respect,
finalists. There's one player on the
respect,
list. Hey, we have
respect to
one
Brock
finalist.
Bowers. I
This
love
should
you,
be a
baby, but
this
Yeah,
should be an
Brock.
award when they
Yeah.
this should be an award when they come out with the finalists. It should have one name and he already won the award. Like not
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
The Jane Daniels Award
Yeah.
for officer. I'm not even gonna name the finalists.
Come on,
Crazy.
man.
But
At
yeah,
that point, yeah, it don't even show the thing. Just show the video reel of him. Well, you know how they read the names.
but yeah,
You
no.
are a
But all these guys
finalist.
had good
Jaden
seasons.
Daniels. That's it. Close the book.
All these guys had good seasons. I will say it's funny how, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. All right. Defensive rookie of the year. Cooper DeJean, Brain Fist,
Jared
Quinion
Verse,
Mitchell.
Lord
Hey,
have
hey,
mercy.
listen, man. Give me Chop Robinson. Stop playing
I knew
around.
Uncle was about to go. Chad Robinson. Quinion Mitchell had a great year too. Like don't sleep on him neither. He had a
Jared
great year.
Verse, Jared, that's the guy, Kyle.
No, I
That's the
know it
guy.
is, bro. What's his name? Told him put your game check on. He said, "Bro, I don't want to do that, bro. But get out of here, bro. I'm not picking him just for that reason. He's soft. What's his
Uh,
name?
he played great.
You know what
He
I'm talking
did
about.
play
What's
great
it?
in that last game. He played great. Yes, he did.
Yeah, okay. He's
He
soft,
played
bro.
great in
He
both of
like,
the
he
playoff
like,
games,
man.
but I mean, just
It's
you know,
crazy when another man press you and you back up off the line, bro. I can't respect that. So that's all right, bro. I don't respect that. Uh, and we got the finalists for the coach of the year. I think we touched on this too. So if you can't see, it's a little small. Maybe I could
I
zoom in a
switched
bit.
mine to Dan Quinn.
So Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, and Andy Reid was they'll put every year. Yes, Ethan, you said you switching yours to Dan Campbell, or not Dan Campbell, Dan Quinn.
No, Dan Quinn,
No,
I would have Kevin O'Connell at a close second because
I
no,
was
no
doing
way,
Kevin
because
no
O'Connell,
way,
bro.
no way, no
yeah.
way. The winner. This is another award. That should be one. Only one name, and he should already win the award. If Kevin O'Connell won the award, would taking a team and getting 14 wins with a backup quarterback, y'all
I was
got to
about to say,
everybody
yeah.
knock it
Oh,
off.
shit.
Like, come
I
on,
thought you were gonna
like,
say,
knock it off. 14 wins with a
So
backup
Kevin
quarterback.
O'Connell,
yeah, that,
Yes,
yeah.
you just said
yeah.
Kevin O'Connell second. No,
I said a very close. I didn't say it was a big. I
No,
said a
I
I
think
very
don't
close
Dan
care.
second.
Quinn is a
It,
close second. He's a second. Dan Quinn could be
I
second.
don't think so. Like you can say with a backup quarterback, that's fine. But we
You
just discussed how
cannot
Washington won
watch.
four
You
games
cannot
and they won
watch
12 or
the
13.
playoffs and then retroactively said,
Yeah,
"Oh, Dan
Ethan,
Quinn's
no,
a great
for real.
No,
quarterback."
I'm
That's
not.
exactly what
That's
you're
I'm not
exactly
doing.
what's
taking. I'm
happening.
not.
He want to change. You
No,
no 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 no. You
no.
want to
We
change it
just
because of
talked
what he's
about
doing in
how
the
they won
playoffs.
4 games. No, we just talked about how they won 4 games and he flipped it and they won 12. Like that. Like that's it.
Okay,
Like
let me ask
what
you
is
a
that with the
question.
rookie?
Let me ask you a
First
question.
year head coaching, not first year head
Okay,
coaching, but I mean first
okay,
coaching for like
Ethan.
offensive. What?
Let me ask
Yeah,
you a
yeah.
question.
Yeah, go
If
ahead.
I told you at any point of the season that
No, the answer is no.
2 weeks before the season start,
Mm.
I lose my starting quarterback and I win 14 games. Okay, you would have told me that's a coach of the year. So I don't want to hear nothing about what no Dan Quinn did. And
But
any
if
other
I would have
year,
told you that, if I would have told you that Washington was going to go from 4 to 12 wins
that's
right
happened
now
before.
with a rookie quarterback
That's
and
happened
first year
before.
coaching all around,
That just happened last year. That literally just happened last year.
no, but
What did
I'm
the Texans win the year
it
before they
wasn't.
got CJ Stroud? Like, come on, man.
And they was number
Okay,
two
but how?
pick in the draft, right?
Listen. But you're talking about a sorry conference. Now we're talking
Oh,
about the
Ethan,
now,
AFC,
come on, man.
NFC.
Now you just moved the
You
whole goal. You just moved the
you
whole
said it's a
goalpost.
sorry.
Knock it
You
off.
said it's a sorry conference.
but how are you gonna use that to make your argument here? How are you trying to make your argument here?
No, you're in a conference with Trevor Lawrence, and I can't even think about the other ones because they're so trash. I don't even know who's in that
Who?
division, to be honest with you.
Oh, seriously? The conference, you can say
I
the
can't even
division. The
think about it.
division is trash, but the
But
conference
but
is
but
Oh
not.
no,
but but
sorry,
but, but
not
you could
conference. My
say
bad, my bad. I
you
meant
could say
division. I didn't mean conference.
you could
I meant
say
division.
you could say the same thing about the Commanders division. They had a hurt
I
Dak.
can't.
They had a hurt Dak. They fired their head coach, so that team wasn't any good. They had the Giants. We all know what the Giants, what the hell the Giants
Yeah,
are,
yeah, Ethan. Yeah,
and the
that's a
Jets,
terrible argument
The
because of
Giants
this.
have always been out of
and the
there, but
Jets
we're talking about.
who fired not the Jets, um,
The
uh,
Philly is the other team in their division.
Philly.
You're saying,
Like
but
so,
the only thing is, you're saying a hurt Dak. Okay, Dak got hurt
I don't
after
want
this.
to.
We're talking. This is after the Falcons game, and they were already the Cowboys were already on the losing streak. Okay,
Dude,
that's
I
what I'm
don't
Jalen
trying
even
to
want to
Ramsey
tell
give.
got
I
hurt.
don't
you.
We
want to
knew
That's
they
give
what
were
I'm
this
gonna.
telling you.
argument.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, stop! We're not giving this
The
argument validity, bro. That's not even
But you're
like a
talking
conference
about
you're
an
playing is not
AFC
a
South four
Ethan, the
conference.
division, the conference is not an argument to make for who should be
Oh,
coach of the
sorry,
year, bro.
division, not
That does
conference.
not matter.
Division. That's
That
what I
does
need to
not
say.
matter. He won
I
14
think it
games.
matters.
I was this close,
Dan
one game
Quinn's
away
gonna
from
win
being the
it.
number one
I don't know
seed
what else to
with a
tell you.
backup quarterback, bro. Dan Quinn
He's
could be
gonna
second
win it.
place
I
for
don't know what
sure.
else to tell you.
Second place for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Now, you gonna hate this one. I know you're not gonna like this one. Assistant coaches of the year. We have
It's Joe
what?
OC
Brady.
Joe
No, I'm playing. I'm
Brady,
playing. I'm playing.
DC Vic Fangio, DC
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Brian
whoa, whoa!
Campbell, and then the hold on,
I
wait, I'm
didn't
not
even
done.
know. Wait, I didn't even know this was an award. What do you mean, assistant coach of the year? What the hell is that?
Yeah, bro, the the coordinators.
Didn't you say that you were glad that y'all got rid of Vic
Hold
Fangio?
on, listen, Vic Fangio for assistant coach of the year.
I
Didn't you
already
say you
know.
were glad that y'all got rid of him?
Yes, I
No,
You
am
hate him,
glad.
did you
that's
not?
why I said it. They got
Oh,
a
okay.
top three defense in the league. Vic Fangio. What I'm say? I hate that bend don't break mentality.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I still hate it.
Oh my goodness, bro! I seen this and was just crying, laughing because of how much you was talking bad
Goddamn
about
Nick
him last
Fangio,
year.
bro. That Nick Fangio defense is ass.
But
See what we're
Okay,
talking about, man?
it's cheeks.
on the real
The
though,
dude,
I think they're probably gonna give it to Ben Johnson on the real. They're probably gonna give it to him.
I don't know who get like. There's so like
It's just because
they
of
can
buzz, like
all.
the buzz around him, like they probably
bro.
get to Ben
Listen,
Johnson.
listen. I really don't care. I didn't even know this was a thing. Offensive assistant coach of the year.
That's
That's
crazy.
like, hey man, who's the best? What's the next award? Who's the best water boy of the year? Come on, man, knock it off.
Okay.
I don't want to hear nothing about no assistant coaches.
Them water boys be making
First of all,
money.
you don't even know what the assistant coaches really do. Half them guys um got like tight ends and running backs coaches who are making game plans. Come on, man, the assistant coach of the year. Get out of here.
What? Why are some of these people on this list? This comeback player of the year. What are we doing here?
Why
Bro, I
is
don't know
Joe
to tell
Burrow
you.
the comeback player of the year?
That's what I'm saying. Why is he on this list?
Bro, he missed what half the season
How is he
last
a
year, bro.
finalist?
He missed what?
Oh,
But he missed
With
half
the
the
little
season last year,
finger?
cuz.
With the little finger? Oh, with a little finger? Get your kite. Wait, carry your like no damn Joe Burrow, boy. Y'all could talk. Joe Burrow, comeback player of the year. What?
It's definitely
It's got to be
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold, bro.
It's
Come
got to
on,
they're
be
gonna
man.
Sam
give it
Darnold.
to Damar Hamlin for the obvious reasons.
Bruh, first of all, Damar Hamlin not even had a really good year. That man, you seen the man get out
You're
the way.
arguing with me like I said that he was gonna win it. I said they're gonna give it to him for obvious reasons. That's all
Oh,
I said. I didn't say
okay.
I supported the decision. I
I
said they're
got
gonna give
I
it to him.
got Sam Darnold and J.K. Dobbins for what he did and coming back from all the injuries he had. Um, second, but it got to be Sam Darnold. Like, come on, 14 wins as a quarterback. I mean, all the what he just
This
do for
man killing
4,000 yards, 30 something
said
touchdowns,
carry a cracker.
12, 12 interceptions, an incredible season. Nigga say Joe Burrow. Wait, get that off my screen, mate. Get the off.
All right. To quickly
Carry the
transition.
crack.
They try to put Joe Burrow in every goddamn thing.
Caleb, what I call it? The
Ethan,
beef salami. Carry your beef salami.
bro, did you just say carry your crack? What did you just say, bro?
But you hear what I say, boy.
No, Ethan, bro.
Caleb, it's
This man's
called
stomach
beef
hurt.
salami.
It's the Buddhist. Anyway, I'm just saying,
Caleb laughed
Caleb.
so hard he knocked his camera out of
Yeah, you need
focus.
to get your camera focused. All right, so rapid fire,
Oof.
really fast. Rapid
Put that big
fire.
Go
black
ahead,
hand
go
up.
ahead,
Yeah,
put
there you
that big
go.
black cat up there. There it is.
All
It'll
right,
focus
rapid
back.
fire, rapid fire for the New York Jets. How do y'all feel about the DC Aaron Glenn out of Detroit becoming their new head coach? How do y'all feel about that move? Uh,
I like it. I think that they needed somebody with experience, based on it is the New York market. But the guy has played there. He was a former player. Um, He would command the locker room. He have respect in the locker room. But what's most important about that hire is what staff is he's going to build out. That's the most important thing.
Ethan, go ahead. How you feel?
Um, I mean, you saw me. I said Rex Ryan, but um, Rex, he didn't get hired. I think it's a pretty good pickup. As to whether, the star players stay and, what happens there, we'll see what happens. You still got Woody as the GM and owner, so I don't know what else to really tell you. But as long as you're stuck with him, you're in poverty.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true too.
yeah, whatever. I mean, it's a good pickup, but you just gotta get fired like Robert Saleh all over again. I mean, what
I
else do
hope
you
not.
really
I
expect?
think he's more competent as far as a leader of a team
Little
than
beef
Robert Saleh
salami.
was. Robert Saleh, as we know, went back to San Francisco actually as a DC, but I think he's better off as a DC.
No, he didn't.
Bro, yes, he did.
Why are people saying that? Like that's
It,
not like
it
that's
came through
confirmed.
before we hopped on, bro, today.
Did it really?
Yes, bro. It did. Um, Ben
Oh
Johnson.
wow, that's
Yes. All right,
crazy.
listen,
I
OC
I,
of
I
the
thought,
Detroit
yo, go to Detroit.
What?
Robert Saleh. If you're going to be a DC,
I mean, but he knows San Francisco. That's where he came from. So
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah,
that's
where I
sure,
came from.
well, sure. Well.
All right, Ben Johnson hired by the Chicago Bears, as we know, the fantastic offensive coordinator for the Lions, stays in
That's
the division.
disgusting. Why?
And he will
Why
be
would you do
now.
that
to me. I still think that is up in the air
in the
because
division?
we don't know. We know that Ben Johnson is a
A great offensive mind.
a great offensive mind, a great offensive coordinator. That doesn't necessarily correlate into being a really good head coach. So we don't know how good of a coach he's going to be. So
I agree.
we're gonna have to see again. He's another one of those guys like Aaron Glenn. That is, we got to see what type of staff he builds out. He has a good offensive mind, but who is going to be his defensive coordinator? Who's going to run the defense? Stuff like that. And I don't care that he went in the division. Obviously, Detroit can't feel no type of way either. It's a promotion for him.
Yeah.
So when you get a promotion and the team says, "Oh, we're gonna pay you $13 million a year," which is top seven in all the coaching for that you came from being an offensive coordinator, now you're a head coach. Like, they can't even be mad. So it is what it is. I'll enjoy watching to see what actually happens. It sucks that the Chicago Bears were just on Hard Knocks, because now they can't be on Hard Knocks. That would
Yeah, I
be like the
know.
perfect team to see, like, Hard Knocks next year. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Caleb, would you like to share with the floor?
Yeah, I agree. I think that he has the potential. He might have the potential to build something like Kyle Shanahan did with that great offensive mind. Let's see what you do at the head
Or he
coaching
could be Cliff
position.
Kingsbury and be garbage.
And just
True.
be a really
So
good offensive coordinator. Yeah.
let's see what happens. I don't know.
The third head coaching hire, obviously, Mike Vrabel, which the worst kept secret in the league. But
Yeah,
going back to New England, how do you guys feel? I mean, obviously, I like Vrabel as a coach, just overall. I like his style.
Fable. And Josh Daniels, right?
yeah. I mean,
McDaniels went back up
they're
there
gonna
too.
have a good defense. We're gonna see if Drake May is really the guy. People are saying,
I mean, with
"Oh,
Josh
they
Daniels,
have their quarterback of the future." We don't know. It was a small sample size. I mean, what did
we
he
don't.
play?
But
Like
when
8 games, maybe 6 to 8 games. So
when
we'll
Mac Jones
see.
played with what's his face, he looked good. So we'll see what happens with
With
this
an
guy's
offensive
development.
coordinator as his offensive coordinator.
That's but I'm saying we'll see what happens.
Not friggin'
Bill Belichick.
Matt Patricia
Matt
over there,
Patricia.
Oh,
offensive court.
yeah,
Like, bro,
yeah,
are you
yeah.
stupid? All right. Vacancies, Dallas Cowboys. I don't know who's
They
gonna
they
take that
they
job.
hired they hired somebody. They hired uh
As a head
No,
coach,
head
yes,
coach,
Jerry
bro.
would have
yes.
been all over the news.
No,
Yes, they hired
What?
somebody. They hired somebody. They
What?
said that it's going to be finalized tomorrow.
Bruh, there's no
So
way,
they
bro.
not
There's
Yes,
no
it's
way. Who?
the guy who was there before.
Brian Scott
Oh, you're talking
Brian
about the
who?
OC who's in Philly right now. I think they say he's a front runner. I don't think that's finalized.
Bruh, I heard that that's
Ethan,
a
the
done
OC
deal.
who
Are we talking
buddy
about Brian
no, bro.
Scottenheimer or
No,
whatever?
no, bro. The
Schottenheimer,
OC,
Schottenheimer,
that's who
Schottenheimer,
you're talking about?
Schottenheimer. Yes,
Well,
That's what I just
Lamar.
said.
they said it's
Okay.
gonna
I
be.
thought you
They said it's gonna be. It's gonna be finalized tomorrow. That's what they saying on ESPN. That's what on ESPN radio. That's what I heard.
the last thing I heard was Kellen Moore was the front runner to come
Yeah,
back to be the
that's
head.
what they said. But I think he got passed over because they really
Bro,
want
are you seeing?
who they really want to do is Jason Witten. But Jason Witten doesn't have an experience. So what they're
He
gonna
ain't got no
do
coach.
is they're gonna have Schottenheimer go. That's exactly what they did to Jason Garrett. Have Schottenheimer go. Then they're gonna add Jason Witten on the staff. And then when they fire Schottenheimer, they're just gonna
Jason
promote
Jason Witten. Crazy.
Jason Witten.
Crazy
That's
how that
exactly what they're
works.
gonna.
Well, I don't care about the Cowboys, so they can suck balls.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, all crazy. Vegas also vacant as
Pete
well.
Carroll. Pete Carroll. Bring him in. I don't care. Bring him in.
Why would you want Pete Carroll?
The problem
I,
is
I,
that that's not an attractive job because they're in QB hell. They don't have a quarterback. They don't look that they're gonna get a
they better do
quarterback.
something here. Listen, I
Um,
think Brady finna cook up something special over there. See what you could do with
Oh boy,
Pete
here we
Carroll over
go.
there at the head coach. Let me tell
Bro,
you
why do
something.
you want Pete Carroll? Well, again, why do you want Pete Carroll?
Who else you
Pete
gonna go
Carroll.
get?
Pete
You
Carroll
want
is in
Mike
his.
McCarthy?
Pete Carroll is in his 70s. Matt McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
And Ethan, you're gonna have a rookie quarterback, I
uh,
believe. So do you want Pete
coach,
Carroll? You want Pete Carroll as your rookie quarterback's
So
first
who do
coach?
you want? Do you
a
want Mike
I'm not saying,
70-year-old
McCarthy?
Ethan.
Pete Carroll.
I'm just saying I don't know, but
Why
I'm
you
just saying
keep
it's
saying
not gonna
Mike
be
McCarthy like
friggin'
Mike
Pete
McCarthy
Carroll.
trash? The dude won a Super Bowl. Why you keep saying Mike McCarthy
Yeah, he
you
won a Super
like
Bowl like when I was 10.
And
I'm
he's
asking
how many of these quarterbacks
I'm
has won
asking
it? How many of these coaches has won
one
anything?
sec.
What are you talking about?
listen, what I'm trying to get at is who like besides those two coaches as notable names that I can think of right now,
That you
like
don't even know that they're going to
who
be any good. So you know what you're getting with Mike McCarthy.
you don't know if any coach is going to be any good. It's like I
You
just
know
told you
Mike
this.
McCarthy is going to be good because
So
he's
Pete
been
Carroll
good.
coming out of retirement, you believe in him more than an active head coach? Pete Carroll
What are
coming
you
out of
talking
retirement.
about?
He missed a year.
So again, I'm gonna ask you again, Pete Carroll coming out of
He's
retirement
also
at
Pete
70
Carroll's
years old.
also 76.
Do you believe in him more than active head coaches who are actively coaching? Like, why are you like? I don't
I don't
understand.
trust I don't
You
I
still
me
haven't told you
personally I
haven't
don't
told me a
trust
reason
Mike
why you'd
McCarthy.
want Pete Carroll. You still have not given me a reason. That's all I have to say about that.
I just don't trust Mike McCarthy. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay, there's other coaches
Yeah, he
out
won the
there
Super
other than
Bowl,
Mike McCarthy. I don't know.
but
I don't know what your problem is. I will say one thing that makes that job extra unattractive is you are on pace to have the number one pick. They're at number six right now. So now you're gonna have to fight to even get to the top three to draft a
Not
said
only
quarterback that you might fall in love with.
and not
So
only that, they're on a 2-year carousel. Every 2 years, every year to 2 years, they fire their coach. So if I'm a potential coach, head coach in the NFL who's just getting my career, head coaching career started, why would I want to go there? I'm gonna be fired in 2 years and probably never get an opportunity. And on top of that, I don't have a quarterback. So
we'll see.
why would I want to go
Mhm.
there?
Exactly. So we'll
see if
see.
Shadur ends up over there.
Well,
If
I doubt that
Shadur,
Shadur's dropping to six. So again, they're gonna have to draft, move up or whatever.
I just
It
said
just
it'll move
depends.
up.
I will see how they grade out. Because again, some people are grading Cam higher than Shadur based on upside. That's what some people, as I look at these reports, that's what some people are saying. But again, we know how these draft
Who has the
Yeah,
process.
number one pick right now?
all
The
those mock drafts.
Titans.
Tennessee, all the mock drafts have
Ooh.
Cam going before Shador now. All
Yeah,
the
like
new mock
the
drafts.
scouts and stuff. I mean, again, these scouts, some show you that they're
But
smart,
again,
some show you that they're not
it's
good.
yeah, but again, it's silly because they haven't had any pro days, they haven't had the combine, they haven't had nothing. So for you to come up with a mock draft when you have no information, like the mock draft to me is the most idiotic thing that I've ever seen in my life.
It's
You
something to
spend all
talk
this
about. It's just
time
something to talk
and
about.
it's just literally you guessing. You have zero information because you don't know anything. Like it's so stupid to me. It's like it's even worse than those NCAA football preseason rankings. You don't know jack. How the hell you gonna rank a team based off of what?
For goodness. So,
Anyway, moving on.
we talked about Vegas. So I mentioned the Tampa Bay, excuse me, the Tampa Bay's OC, Liam Cohn, is on track to be hired by Jacksonville. down there for their opening. Obviously, uh, what's the previous coach's name?
Doug,
Yeah,
fire,
Doug Peterson
trash,
is out.
garbage.
But their quarterback is garbage. They are kind of, although you guess we can't really call it quarterback hell. They are in quarterback hell because their quarterback stinks, and you're paying him $245 million. So,
And
I would love to see if they revitalize Trevor Lawrence's career because Baker did well or has been doing well in Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what he does. Trevor, I feel like can we call him a bust? Like I kind of want to because he was the number one pick and he trashed. So we'll see what he can do for Trevor Lawrence's career in that offense because I mentioned this, I might have said it on here, but Jacksonville's offense has pieces. Like the offense not supposed to be trash. You know what I'm saying? But it starts with your quarterback. When your quarterback can't throw the ball accurately 40 yards down the field, let alone 15 yards down the field, you garbage. I don't like Trevor Lawrence. I hate him. So anyway, um, I just hate people stealing money. I'm better at my job than he is at his. I can say that confidently. Anyway, any takes to that? Because I know he's not a big name, but we'll see if he can
Listen,
revitalize that team down
yeah,
there.
listen. We don't
You
have
sound like
no.
Ethan with
Listen,
Dak.
there's
My
gonna
lord.
be no Jacksonville talk on this podcast. Move along,
Hold on,
Jacksonville.
cuz
Come on, man.
they're not even good, bro. You ain't gotta worry about them, bro.
Exactly. That's why we moving along.
Oh, my fault. Another opening. The Saints head coaching position is still available. I don't know. The front runners. I'm trying to see if there were like any front runners. I haven't heard like a lot of news as far. Now, trust me, I wouldn't talk about them either because I don't care about them. But
they
um,
need a quarterback.
that's another thing. You're kind of in like limbo with that team. They have the number 9 pick this year coming up. So again, you're kind of low. You're not gonna get a quarterback you
Listen,
probably
they're always
want,
gonna
but
find somebody to take your money, but I listen.
and
They better off
and
sign. They might as well sign me.
I was gonna say so they have old players. So obviously Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, linebacker, Derek Carr, Taysom Hill. They are $65 million over their cap going into next season.
Yeah,
My
they're
gosh.
they're in cap
And
hell.
yeah, and they've always
Not
been
not
for as
that
long as
not
I
that it
know.
can't be done. We saw what the Broncos did this year, but
You need to trust
Yeah. So
the Rattler.
and it was fun for 1 week, bro, and he trashed. So I can't even,
Hell, don't you
yeah,
dare.
I can't
yeah.
even
The
do it,
Rattler
bro.
is
Don't you dare.
the Rattler is caca.
That's wild.
Yo, I
But
knew you were gonna do that.
what did he do, bro?
No, he just said something that was outrageous, and I'm not repeating it. You know what?
Good.
I will repeat it. He said the Rattler.
So do y'all just
The
add
you
E to
say
the like, bro?
the
Like, yeah,
Rattler what? The Rattler Nussy. What? What?
It's the Rattler.
The Rattler, but
hey, listen,
This man keeps
we are
adding
doing
blood to the
well.
end of it.
Nah, we're going to end it right there before we get off the because we are on the rails and we just doing fine. So I'm just going to head it and end it right there. So next week we have Buffalo at Kansas City. All right, and then we have Washington at the Eagles. Obviously, we kind of split picks as far as who's going to the Super Bowl, but we'll have a lot to talk about and kind of dissect those games. Hopefully, they're good games and not like the Detroit Washington game where it was kind of over like when it was over. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, but I'm excited to see who's going to the Super Bowl. And listen, Ethan, I know you're supposed to upload that NBA video. You need to upload that video for real. All right, because now we're in the heart of the season, and we got to get those videos pumping out too. Okay, so everyone spam Ethan in the chat. Where's the NBA video? Question mark. All right, question marks in the chat. All right,
been accident for 6 weeks.
why he look confused, bro? Like we not talking sense. All right, bro.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, y'all. We'll give y'all NBA Finals coverage because that's when the video will come out, I guess.
It's unreal.
Yeah,
Ethan,
we're
I
gonna
know
talk
this is
about
not a
NBA
I
coming up
know this
because
is
you know
not
the
a
trade deadline is
I
around
know
the
this is
corner.
not a job for
And
you, but
Jimmy,
if this was a job, you'd be fired. I would fire your ass.
Hey man, any closing notes, remarks that anyone has before we log off for tonight, man, regarding the
No,
NFL, not
man.
NBA,
That's
because it won't
all.
get published.
Hey, that's all we got. Hey, man. I wanted to. This is not our basketball pod, so You know,
Yo,
I was gonna beat up on Jimmy Butler, but you know, if we had a basketball pod episode out, maybe I'd be had a chance to do that. But we don't. So moving along. Hey, we still gonna do what? We gonna still slide through that corner. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, see, here it goes, bro. I'm
And
not
I
gonna
just
be that
wanted to
long, but
say, but the more time. We gone.
You can't end it off like that. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
I'm
you gotta
not.
cut it.
No.
Yo,